What? It won't let me go live?
It's live right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, IG.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Hey, hold on. Listen, y'all. All right, here's a joke. What is this? What is this? What is this? Boo! What is that?
The crowd at T.I.
Yeah, T.I. on stage. Boo!
Oh,
funny. Yeah.
T.I., you said it was easy. You said it was easy when you was on that video when that comedian was on stage. You told us it was easy. Isn't that what you said? Like multiple times? It's not hard. It's not hard. It's actually boo. You said it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Kathy.
It ain't hard. I do not wish anybody to ever get booed. Ever.
But I think as a comedian, that's part of it. I think you said that before. It's part of the job. At some point, as a comedian, you get booed on stage, right?
I ain't never been booed sober, but I have caught a boo. Actually, the worst show I ever did, it wasn't even a boo. It was just silence. Yeah, that was bad. Silence is bad. Silence amongst 3,000 or 4,000 people is bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that. I almost like the boo because you can get your ass off stage. Like, okay, well, it's been good. I caught the boo. I ain't never caught the when everybody joins in, like in a movie when one person claps slow and then everybody starts clapping. Everybody starts clapping. When you get that boo and they join in unison. But I hate that. Like, I never wish a comedian ever to get booed. Getting booed, that is the most heart-wrenching, long-ass walk or drive home in the history. So I take no pleasure in T.I. having that happen to him. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But
no pleasure?
No, I don't take any pleasure.
So you ain't laugh at the video?
No, I cringed.
Yeah, it's hard. When you see a comedian bombing, yes, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, I felt like I was bombing. Like I was like, oh, he's not doing a toilet joke, is he?
Yeah, he did a toilet joke.
Supposedly he put something on where he did a show with Michael Blackson in Atlanta and did better a few days. I think it was last night. And he said, I am not a comedian. And they laughed. And he said, I am a superstar. And there's a difference.
No.
I don't know when T.I.
You want to see the clip?
Yeah, I don't remember when he became.
Yeah, even though we'll come back and do the good morning, y'all.
Yeah. No. I just wanted to get. I was gonna crack the joke. Then I got to talking. Then I'll get to how y'all nights were. Go ahead.
Wheels. You drive up to a nice fancy gas station and tell her this the gas station with heated seats in it. What? You let her get out. You go in that goddamn gas station. If she come back out that goddamn gas station and say them seats weren't heated, That's not the one she sat on that gas station toilet seat. The for the streets. I'm telling you now. Any respectable woman in the know, you go to a public restroom, you cop that awkward spot, and you got there pull your pants down, not past your knees, don't want to touch the pissy floor. If she don't do that, don't you bring home. Now, I will say, it's always the bad back tooth got something to say, smell like a dead body in his mouth when he open it. I will tell you that. Hey, listen, man, you ain't been here. Gentrification, what you do is...
Wow.
Yeah, that's just. But you know what? And this is where it goes. You all over the place because you're not experienced in a joke not working. So your brain is spinning all over the place.
How to recover.
Yeah, and this is part. And I said this. I was on a IG Live with Talent. I want to ask T.I. if he was in a cipher with Eminem, Nas, and Hove, would you let a rapper who'd only been rapping for 6 months get in that cipher?
Where was he doing this show?
That's a good perspective. Was it scenario?
It was in Brooklyn, and a lot of people. And this is the crazy thing. I don't know when it happened. I don't know what year it started, but April 1st, is like the Super Bowl of comedy. Everywhere does a huge comedy show. And he was at the biggest one in New York at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn where the Nets play. He performed on the biggest show in New York City.
April Fool's Comedy Jam.
So I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying you can't jump on the biggest stages in America and think you're gonna pull it off.
So as a comedian, if you see that the crowd ain't with you and it's going left, I guess what you go right to your I gotta get them with a different joke, or do you just try to talk your way out of it? What do you do in those scenarios?
Whatever you do, you got 2 to 3 minutes to change that wave. And if you don't change that wave at a crowd like that, because people are followers, when people see a large amount of people not messing with something, even if they think it's funny, they won't laugh.
Nah, I'm not messing. Yeah, they're not going. Yeah, they're just gonna be silent or they gonna boo. Yeah.
Even if they want to rock with you, they not. Now the comedy club is different because a comedy club is 300 people. So if things are going bad and you hear like 4 or 5 people laugh, you're like, okay, I can get this wave. I can get it. You hear it because we're just in a room together. So I can hear, okay, that one, okay. And you can start building and fighting and building and fighting. In a arena like that, look, God bless. God bless. Good night, y'all.
I'm T.I.
Good night, y'all.
I'm T.I.
I'm out. Good night.
I've seen it happen to Dave Chappelle at a big concert. I've seen it happen to JB Smoove at a big concert. I've seen it happen to greats that is just like, ain't gonna be able to change this wave. These people are followers. That's half the reason why I wrote that joke about being a follower, calling myself a follower, because the majority of the world is followers. They will be influenced by the person next to them or the people around them. And if they booing, they're gonna be like, all right, well, they ain't nobody gonna stand up and fight for you. No, he's funny.
No, y'all stop that. Y'all stop.
What are you talking about? Y'all dumb. He funny as hell. Ain't nobody got time to be fighting your civil rights battle over comedy.
Somebody might stand up.
Gentrification.
If I was at your comedy show and somebody started booing, I'd stand up and say, y'all better laugh.
No. But you know me. But
I would. I'd be like, y'all better laugh, goddamn it.
If you don't know me,
you know I would.
No, I know. And I'm like, Shawnee, sit down. We both ain't got to go through this, Shawnee. We both ain't got to.
Y'all better laugh.
We both ain't got to catch as hell, girl. Just let me. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, but but then it comes back to bite you when you keep saying this is easy. This is not easy. This is the most naked feeling you'll ever have. I'll tell you what. When you're a rapper, you got a track. Mm-hmm. Even if they don't like your rapping, if the track is hot, cats are still nodding their head. They might even understand what the hell you saying. They still nodding their head. Right. Comedians ain't got no dances behind them with fat asses. We ain't got none of that.
No distractions. Nada.
We can't just throw money in the crowd. We can't throw money to girl.
You could.
Yeah, but people be like, "Oh, you're pathetic." And another thing with being a rapper that's different than being a comedian. When you drop a whack album, you don't know it's whack for a few weeks. And when these people listen to your whack album, you are not there to see them say that you're whack. You do a whack joke in front of a live audience, you get to see their reaction immediately.
Yeah.
And y'all some cold-hearted motherfuckers in that crowd. That some of y'all won't even smirk when the shit is funny. Some people go to comedy shows, they get glee out of something not being funny.
But did he say anything funny? I don't think I didn't hear anything funny.
He ain't saying nothing funny. But I mean, it looked like he did better. They showed a clip in Atlanta. It looked like he did better, but they didn't show the whole thing.
I mean, I kind of get where he was going with the bathroom. I think he could have made it funny, but he just needs to work on it a little bit.
But the thing is, it's a stock joke. That joke has been done for like 15 years. Like, it's just a stock joke.
Well, he got to come up with his own material.
And the other thing about T.I. is, listen, T.I. is just too cool to me to be a comedian because he's not really going to make fun of himself. That's not his thing.
So that makes you a good comedian if you got to crack jokes on yourself?
Then you got to make light of what you can't be too cool for the room. You're a comedian. Like, you're going to say some stuff about yourself. Like, I'd rather be critical about me than be critical about other people. I'd rather be ruthless about me because you can't cancel me for talking about me.
Right.
So if you're T.I., you're going to do allegation jokes about the sex dungeons and him and his wife. You're going to do kinky jokes. You're going to be on that vibe.
Dog, how about this? How about write a joke or have somebody write you a joke that you are the only person I know who left jail, got in your tour bus, and got arrested in the tour bus and got sent back to jail.
Yeah.
That story is funny in itself.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ashley.
I think maybe some stuff he says is funny, and like people will do that and say, because the people will tell me, "Oh, Shawnee, you should be a comedian because the stuff you say is so funny." No, but I'm serious. So getting up on stage trying to do that is something different.
Different animal. But the guns, all the guns.
Replying. So maybe that got to him. People like, "Oh, you're funny," because on the show he would say some funny stuff, some stuff that you'd be like, "Man, that is hilarious," but it's just not translating on stage. But I mean, I think he'll probably keep working at it. I don't see him as a quitter, so maybe he'll take some tips from somebody. And
Ashley Newman said he did an interview right after I saw it with Michael Blackson. Michael Blackson, you pimping the game, and said he was still happy. He felt like the Apollo, and it was a running joke that he's gonna get booed. It shows him what to work on. I saw the same interview. He was like, "Thank y'all for booing." Let me tell you something. Fuck out of here. I ain't thanking nobody for booing. I don't give a fuck how intoxicated I was. I'm not thanking nobody. You just get back on stage and rock. That shit hurts. I feel bad for T.I. because T.I. ain't used to that type of reaction from a crowd. He has spent the last 15 years getting cheers. Big
every time
cheers.
Just stepping on stage. Just being there.
I mean, the roar of a crowd stepping on stage. So yeah, I'm glad that he didn't, go off. Like, I'm glad he was humbled by it, and it'll probably make him better.
Yeah.
And dog, you're around amazing comedians in Atlanta.
Yeah, true.
Let them write the material. Look, when I did the show with Wendy, and Wendy was on tour doing comedy, everybody was Wendy did 40 minutes. Like, Wendy, I'm not telling you Wendy was spectacular, but Wendy did a solid job. Like, she really did. Like, her presentation on the jokes were good. I was like, oh shit. Like, she's really setting them up. She's really doing segues. She had one joke when she was like, and I'm not gonna say it right, I'm gonna do like everybody else. She was talking about her husband brushing his teeth, and she says she can't stand when men brush their teeth and they put the toothbrush and they act like they choking because they put the toothbrush on. You ever wash your tongue, you scrub your tongue, and you take it too bad, you like that. And then she had a joke about
gag reflex or something.
Yeah, gag reflexes. She was like, "Man up."
Did you brush your teeth this morning, Jay?
Actually, in the middle of the night. I don't know if that counts. You ever wake up in the middle of the night to go to use the restroom 3 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, and then all right.
No, I flaw sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like,
I hate I asked that question. Reclaim my time.
Yes. That was a real
It ain't my
answer.
time.
That really happened. It was like 3 in the morning. And I was like,
Anyway.
pause, look,
All
pause
right.
with the sound.
Pause with the sound. Well, that pause was ridiculous. All right, y'all. Jay Black, how was your night? Let's get to that. I got all thrown off track. We don't even take no breaks no more. Your night was what? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Jay Black, did you get your corner? Did I get my corner taken away? Yeah, I'm not talking about my weekend. Hey, we move on. I'm stress free today.
You put a picture up of the you was cutting the yard or something.
No, I just sent that to y'all. I was being busy. Oh, I started my landscaping at the end. That's over. Grand opening, grand closing. Yeah, the landscaping, cutting grass is not that's not a business for me. I'm gonna find something else
Lord. I got that picture. I was like, this.
I did. I had my weed whacker. I had the blower, leaf blower. I was doing
Jay
it.
Black's lawn service.
Man, I needed allergy pills. I needed inhalers afterwards. My eyes was bloodshot red.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to grass. That's a weird business to be in if you're allergic to grass. So I gave it up. I'm just gonna do my own and figure out how to wear a mask or something. But
we tried to tell you though, right?
Yeah.
We tried to tell you.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. That thought.
We were hating, Shawnee.
Yeah, we were hating.
We was hating.
We was just trying to tell you.
Grand opening, grand closing. Yeah,
y'all ain't supporting me.
I want y'all support my dream.
I don't need no lawn care shirts. No J Black lawn care.
That's what's wrong with black people.
But my new toy is fun. It's really fun riding on the lawnmower, cutting the grass. Just like that part is really fun. Mm-hmm. But outside of
why was your weekend? But why was your weekend so bad?
I sold my tickets. And weekend was bad. I had a rough weekend. I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. But I had 4th row tickets of Tracy Morgan. I sold and gave up. Just a bunch of family stuff. I'm good.
Yeah, I wanted those tickets. I was like, dang.
Y'all ruined my weekend. Mo ruined my weekend, but I move on. I guess I could say I ruined my own.
Your weekend.
I could say I ruined my own, but I don't even want to talk about it.
I was going to take the tickets, but I assumed, which you should never assume. I said he probably could sell them tickets and make some money. Stacey got to go out with the kids. She got to go out with the twins, and I know Stacey. She's going to irritate me because she's going to go out shopping. And what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to leave without her because I'm not showing up late because you just want to run the mall with the girls. Mm-hmm. So I said, you know what? Never mind. I don't even want to get into it. Like I know I'm about to irritate myself.
Yeah,
Stacey has no sense of time. She has no sense of time. No.
But Mustafa said she's allergic to grass also. Yes, I was supposed to take my allergy pills first. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
but I take them beforehand. It would have been right, but my eyes literally was red, and the inhale, I felt like I couldn't. My throat was closing. It wasn't a good feeling. But I know next time I'm gonna take the pills first. Yes, I'm gonna take them first.
You're supposed to wear goggles. You're supposed to wear goggles too. You're supposed to wear
goggles. The goggles.
Yeah, you got your glasses.
I had glasses. I did. I had on the. Okay, I did have them on a pair, but okay, maybe I'll wear this other pair. But yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. But I got to come on grass now. I invested in the lawnmower, so I'm doing it myself. I already told the little kid I'm good this year. So but yeah. But back to the Tracy Morgan show. The person that brought the ticket said Tracy, it wasn't a good show. He got a couple giggles. He said half the crowd walked out on him. He was saying the N-word too much, and he thought it was Philly. Ben Salem is not Philly. So when you say Ben Salem, PA, yeah, it's the suburbs. But it's not the Philly crowd. You can't do all your black, white people jokes and say the N-word that many times. So half the crowd walked out on him.
If they did not walk out because he said the N-word too much.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's what the vibe was from the person that
but Tracy can be hit or miss. Tracy's hilarious when Tracy's on his shit. But Tracy does not give a fuck.
Depends on. Sometimes he get too vulgar. I'd be like, hey, did he have to go that far?
Shout out to Talent, the comedian over here. That's funny. Me and Talent just had a conversation about Tracy. Tracy said Talent tells a story at one of the April Fool's shows that Tracy went on one of his rants or whatever, but he wasn't doing well. Then that motherfucker just sang a whole Sade song. And knew the words. That's Tracy. Oh, that's Tracy Morgan. I told you one day Tracy came to Hot 97 and we were interviewing him, And then he said, "Hey, yo, Mike, come here for a second, son." And I said, "What?" And he sat me in the other studio, and he did his whole bit on Michael Jackson that he wrote. So I was an audience member, just me and Tracy. It was a one-on-one, actual 20 minutes of stand-up.
He wanted to try his joke out on you.
What you think about that? What you think about that? I said, that was funny. It was funny. It was a funny joke. I was like, all right. But
then you asked him to do a show for you. He said, "Yeah, I got you. I'm there." He said, "Woody, how much you need? Just give me a bag of money." He was like, "Just give me a bag of money, and I'm there." Yeah, he's a funny dude. I thought he was gonna have a great show, but obviously, it didn't work out for him.
Well, it worked out. He got his check.
Well, yeah, he got paid.
Yeah,
I saw Danny Garcia, former World
Danny was there.
World, was there.
I heard that. Yeah. That's what they said. Danny Garcia was there.
And as you can see, if you see the video with Danny Garcia, Tracy didn't feel no type of way about the show.
He kept it moving, like whatever. I got my money.
He was in there play fighting and shit. Oh, my dude, one of the dudes that I started comedy with ever when I first started. Matter of fact, the dude that I was watching on stage when I got the idea to be a comedian is one of the people on the tour. His name Roberto Vanderpool. He was the first comedian I saw that I was watching on stage, and I was like, I'm gonna do comedy. Do comedians do verses? No, not yet. I don't know how you would do a verses.
I guess whose joke is funnier? I don't know.
Yeah, like you would have to do your classic jokes, like
against each other. You do one joke at a time. You do a joke and they do a joke, and then the audience picks who's the best.
Yeah, verses ain't for everybody, y'all. Verses ain't for everybody. Like you really can't battle with jokes that everybody's heard before. First of all, a lot of comedians done forgot the jokes that they did. You'd have to watch a video like Eddie Murphy doing the fucking baby. What was the joke? No, the delirious joke. I don't remember, but whatever. I don't think it can happen. So, all right, Jay won't get into why the weekend was bad. Well, I hope your week becomes better. I hope you have a better Monday, Jay.
Yeah, I hope you have a better week, Jay.
I hope I do too.
That sounded very white of me. Hope your Monday's better than your weekend.
I hope it's
Jay.
splendid. Hope you have a splendid day.
Keep your chin up, homie. Shawty, how was your weekend?
My weekend was crazy busy. I was pissed half the weekend, even though people like Sean Robinson started on site. Shawnee had a wonderful weekend.
Damn.
Shit.
Oh, you was at the concert.
Had a crazy weekend. Shawnee wasn't supposed to be at the concert. Somebody else was some other people were supposed to be there. But I went to the concert. Yeah,
it was the West Coast concert. It was Ice Cube
the West Coast
Snoop
Kings.
Dogg.
Yeah, it was just Ice Cube and Snoop. On some of the shows they have E40 and Too Short, but they didn't come to Dallas.
Oh, well, Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg, that's good enough.
That's the headliners right there.
Yeah, and Ice was Dope Bink and Vita actually brought them out.
Yeah,
so it was good to see Bink on stage again because this is his first time on stage since he's been back in Dallas. The Cube was amazing. Cube was freaking amazing. Cube was, I didn't know what to expect, but Cube
from a
did
Cube show, classics he got.
Well, I know the songs, but I'm talking about his performance and his stage presence, what he was gonna do. And Cube is Cube. He ain't Craig from what was his character in Barbershop?
Nobody knows his name. He was the owner. He was the owner.
Yeah,
That's all we know is he owned the shop. That's all we know. Jay, get on IG Live so we can get this
Cube. And then Snoop came out. Listen, when Snoop came out, that's when I got really irritated. And I was like, okay, it's time to go. Because Snoop had a nice stage show. He brought 4 strippers with him.
Nice.
Daryl.
Good.
Daryl
in Barbershop.
4 strippers, and they would come out every now and then and dance. And then on the poles, they had the little poles out there. The girls were dancing on the poles. Look at Jay. You see how excited he got?
Oh, I'm just saying. You said stripper poles. I'm like, hey, sound like a good show.
And then he brought out people that he's collaborated with from Dallas. So there was this one band. I don't know their name. It's some white boys. He let them come up on stage and they performed with him. And then DeRoe came on stage because Snoop got in the remix of Ice Cream Paint Job. He has a verse on there. So DeRoe came out, did his thing, and when DeRoe finished, that's when I left. I said, okay, it is time for me to go, because he had this. When Snoop came out, this 8-foot bodyguard came out, and then more people from Live Nation came. And so, even though we had this pit backstage, and I hate watching shows backstage, I'd rather be in the front. You couldn't see nothing over this big nigga, so I was just like, I'm ready to go. This is, but it was nice, they did give us the red carpet treatment, and that was nice considering that I was Media Room 360 instead of affiliated with a radio station. So that was nice. That was
that's dope. That's dope. I will say this. Listen, y'all. I love Ice Cube. Ice Cube is so heavy, he makes me uncomfortable. But
what do you mean?
Ice Cube got to drop some pounds.
Oh, he put on some weight.
Well, he looked like Daryl in the thing.
I know he didn't. Daryl. I was like, damn, Ice Cube.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be that. I didn't expect him to have that kind of belly on him.
Yeah, that
but
belly.
I mean, he was still
Hollywood.
moving.
What do you mean? He's an A-lister now.
Yeah, when you Hollywood, you ain't got no belly.
Slimmer than that. I thought he was slimmer than that, but
comfortable.
I mean, yeah, he's comfortable.
When you get money like that, you get comfortable. You eat.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, well, he eat, and then he went off on the sound people like a couple times. Like the Hood Cube showed up a couple times because the sound was kind of jacked, and he walked over there and went off on them real good. They still ain't get it right.
Well, shout out to Ice Cube. That's all I need is Ice Cube. No disrespect to E40. No disrespect, Too Short. But I'm good with Ice Cube and
Snoop. Yeah.
And Snoop.
Yeah, I did a solid, I guess 40, 45 minutes.
It looked like it was sold out too. It looked like it was.
It was sold out. They had, I think, 25,000 people. At first, they were just doing the pavilion where the seats were, but that sold out. So they had to open up the line. That sold out. And now the most disturbing thing I saw out there, of course, everybody was smoking weed. So it's outside. My allergies already messed up. But when I was leaving, I called my Uber and I walked to the. It's crazy. I don't stay at the venue. I walk somewhere to catch I had to walk somewhere to catch the Uber, but as I'm walking, they're bringing this girl out. One of the workers is bringing this girl out, and her head, you can tell something is wrong. She drunk something, but I've never seen anybody be so out of it that their head is up. Like this is how she was walking, and she had on like 6-inch heels. And as the lady is trying to bring her out to this Uber, like all these men are coming up like, oh, we've been looking for you. We've been looking for you. And fortunately, the lady that worked there was like, no, she wouldn't let her go with anybody. Because I was like, well, we're her friends. And she came out here by herself. And so she put her in an Uber. And me and the cop were sitting there talking about it. I'm like, I wouldn't take her nowhere because she was just like gone. It looked like somebody like slipped her something. Not she just came out there and got drunk. Like somebody slipped her something. And she was so messed up. I was like, God, dog, I hope he get her home. Because how she gonna tell him where to go?
Feel sorry for that Uber driver. Feel sorry for him getting her ass home.
Nah, I was like, nah, we would have had to go through her purse, find a phone, and call somebody. Be like, y'all need to come get your loved one. And somebody got her.
And you got to watch these Uber drivers. One Uber driver, when I was in good shape, dropped me off at the wrong hotel and took off.
Hey, got my money. There's the address. Deuces. Good luck.
I said, this ain't the hotel. I told the son of a bitch where it was, like, and he just dropped me off. And I went to the door, and I was like, what the? This is not the spot.
This ain't the same one that I left.
And the funny thing is,
right. You already know
no, it's the same. It's the same exact name of the hotel. It's the same hotel, but it was a different one. So when I got out, I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "This is not."
Oh,
and it was so late. It was so late that the only way the door would open is if you swiped your card to open and slide the glass door. So I had to walk across. I was walking. I was literally walking at like 2, 3 in the morning. And I went to another spot and I was praying that the door would open. And the door opened. So I wound up getting a room there and had to stay there. It was dark. I had one, and then I had another Uber who took me to the airport and got lost going to the airport. So I fell asleep in the car. And I know
Oh,
it only takes like 13 minutes to get to the airport. I was like, I woke up. I said, I've been in this car for damn near 30 minutes. I said, dog, are you fucking lost? Because I was in that mood. I was already there. I was like, dog, are you fucking lost? No, I got it. No, you don't got it, because I saw what highway he was on. So, dog, it was crazy. Yo, Ubers. Let me tell you something. Boy, I done had some nightmares and Ubers and Lyfts. I had one dude get me for $161 on a Lyft. All right, anyway.
What? Wait, no, you can't just say that and try to go. What happened?
Pass out in the Lyft or Uber and see what happens. Them cats will take the long.
Kept driving.
Will take the longest. Dog, I was close to being in jail twice. Like, it was close. I banged on his window the whole nine. I cursed at him at that airport. It was a scene. It was just lucky that it was early in the morning when I got dropped off, because there wasn't a lot of folks out there. Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad situation. I threw shit at that motherfucker. I put a complaint on the thing, the whole nine.
His car.
Dog, the water bottle was in my hand, got thrown at, and I'm surprised he ain't get out. It was a mess. It was an absolute. I put my you know how you can put comments. Oh God, I don't even want to.
Oh, you did the whole.
Oh, I did the whole thing, dog. If I would have had a direct number, I would have called. But there was something I wanted to tell you. Oh, did they? All right. Let's start the show. Anybody watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Peacock?
No.
Nope.
You should watch it. You should watch it.
I gotta download that. I don't have Peacock. I watch Bridgerton.
Yeah, I didn't know I had Peacock either. I didn't know Stacey has every fucking streaming platform on our TV. Like, it's like, why did?
Oh, well, maybe I do have it, because I do have Sling TV, so it might be on there.
It might be on there. If you haven't seen it, Jay Black, you should watch it. It's good.
Okay.
They turned Fresh Prince into literally. They turned Uncle Phil into the richest. Like, they flipped everything. Everybody edgy. Everybody hood. The rich people are gangster. Everybody. Like Jazz ain't even corny. Remember Jazzy Jeff's?
Jazz.
He not even corny. They made him. He not even corny. Ain't like Hillary don't like him. Hillary like him.
Really? That's weird, because it's always somebody corny in the bunch.
He got swagged the whole nine. Everybody swagged out. Will is swagged out. I like it. Like, I really did like. Did I watch the whole thing? Yeah, I watched all of it till I watched the whole season. I binge watched that.
So is Will Smith in real life the producer or executive producer?
I don't even know, because I skip everything. I don't look at intros. I don't look at outros. I don't look at recaps. I don't even know why y'all do intros to these shows, because it says skip. I skip. To skip recap, I skip recap. Just start the damn show. Like, I'm done. Just
Looks
keep
like
it going.
Stacey love it. Billy, yeah, they all saying they love it. Is the ish.
It's good. I'm not lying. It was good. Like, I like the I like the drama. I like the attitude. I almost wish they would have made it a movie so they could have went even harder.
So is the name of it Bel-Air?
Yeah. Hillary. Yeah, Hillary's not even ditzy.
She's smart.
Yeah, Hillary's smart.
Oh, the creator is some guy named Morgan Cooper.
I liked it.
Directed, co-wrote. Okay, but who's the executive? Who's the EP?
Oh, and Carlton is a whole different dude. Like, Carlton is like, just like, you're gonna hate him.
Really?
He not even lovable.
He not corny?
No, I mean, he is. We would call him corny, but not corny. Like, what he does and how he rocks with them white folks, he's like that dude. Like, he's that dude with the white folks.
So, okay, Will Smith is the EP of the relaunch of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Okay.
Recap of it too.
All right.
Oh, so Jazz do his own separate thing afterwards?
Yeah, these shows have podcasts now. They all have podcasts. Like, I'm watching the Laker. There's a show on HBO Max called Winning Time, which is dope. It tells you all about the Lakers when Jerry Buss bought the Lakers in 1979. And it tells you, it's a whole story on what, like, you get to know, like, they show you the behind the scenes on Magic was already wilding with chicks from before he left college. And Jerry Buss. So that's good too. But they all have, the long story longer, they all have podcasts now that you can watch the actors talk about the show. So I guess they got Jazz on there. And Ashley's a lesbian.
Oh, Ashley Newman like girls?
Yeah.
Ashley liked boys on the show. Remember when Tevin Campbell came on there and kissed her?
Yeah, who knew that she turned into Tevin Campbell? Like who knew?
Oh my god.
So she got a crush on girls and feels it's good. It's good. I ain't gonna lie, it's good. Now some of it I get it because Monty had a critique on some of it on the drugs. You know, this drug situation going on, and Monty had a little critique. She's like, "Oh, these shows want to have some little drug situation there. Everybody got to have a drug problem, Dad. Like it's so corny now. Everything ever since they saw the show on HBO called Euphoria. Because I don't know if y'all seen Euphoria.
I didn't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a hardcore. If you don't watch that with your
But
kids.
drug episodes has been historically is always a drug problem. Even the old school shows always experimented with weed or some type of drug. Even Fresh Prince did it with the drugs.
It was just pills. There's a whole different. They sniffing cocaine in this bitch.
Oh yeah, even in Bridgerton, the queen.
You want a little bit of weed.
Ain't no weed.
The queen in Bridgerton sniffed something.
Yeah, that's what
Brown.
Monty says. She says now
I was
everybody.
like, wait a minute, what is in Bridgerton? We got a drug problem?
Monty was like, now they got everybody doing drugs and they try to make you say it's bad, but they make it look so cool. And I was like, oh damn, okay, Monty. So she was like, yeah, everything, but Euphoria on HBO Max is one of the hardest shows to watch because these teenagers and the shit that they doing, which is real. God, why is Euphoria by yourself? And you be like, yo, like this is a hardcore what drugs and social media like really got these young people. Like it scares the devil out of you. You will go check your kid's phone after you watch it.
Oh damn.
Like it's a whole. These white girls is off the chain. Tan Tan said Bel Air is not off of Fresh Prince of Bel Air content, characters' names, and base, but not the same dial. No, I just said that. They flipped the whole thing. They just made it more. They just made it more gangster. Oh, and then Marlon Wayans. Let me just applaud Marlon Wayans for being Fresh Prince's dad. God, man, did they have a scene? Oh shit!
Oh, that's his biological.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Maybe this week I'll find some time to check it out.
Marlon Wayans turned all the way up.
I'm trying to finish Bridgerton.
Stacey loves that. Every time I go to sleep, I hear them damn accents. Because I can't sleep without the TV, so I don't mind.
Oh, you want to know?
When she watches TV, it actually helps me go to sleep. And I'll be sleeping, I hear them accents. Uh-oh.
No, you good. We just putting up the passage for those for the show. Just who's the director, who's all the people involved with the show.
Yeah, it's good. I like Carlton. Carlton's a bad guy. Carlton's a bad guy. He's a conniver.
Say hello.
Carlton's a fucking bad guy. I love it. I really do. I love. I mean, there's some parts, there's some parts, but that's with every show. You can't make every scene can be a 10. But
and what popped up on my should watch list? This is crazy because I hadn't even looked for it. But you talked about it last week. Bad Vegan. So now that's popping up on my thing to watch.
I just finished that damn Bad Vegan. These white people are crazy, yo. These white folks is on some other stuff. It's so irritating. I can't. If you think Inventing Anna got you with the scams and everything like that, when you watch, these people are. I don't even know what to say.
I'm gonna try to get it in. I got a lot of TV watching I need to do this week, but a lot of work too.
All right, so let's get to It was this disturbing video that we got. If you were on, I think this came on Twitter. So there's a dude who's watching porn. He gets caught watching porn. That's always an embarrassing situation. You're never in a comfortable. You're always very, very exposed when somebody catches you watching porn.
Exposed.
Yeah, you're never. It's never natural. You're like, oh damn, my bad. But then it gets really weird when your girl catches this guy watching porn, but the subtitle of the porn is daddy/daughters. And she walks in on you watching some shit now. Once again, now this wasn't by mistake, and this is why I told y'all I stopped messing with Pornhub. Pornhub will set you up for jail because Pornhub will have all these crazy titles, and if you touch the wrong one, that is in your search history forever. This guy ain't touched the wrong one. He purposely touched daddy daughters.
Okay.
And he got caught. And his girl said, "You got to get out. You're something wrong with you."
She said you got to get out.
Yeah, she kicked him.
Oh yeah, I need to see this
out
because
so see, that's why I tell you how to download Media Room 360. Go to YouTube on Media Room 360 so y'all can actually see the clip.
Yeah, I need to see because
he in his boxer shorts
because he's watching porn. She kicks him out. But go ahead, I'm curious now.
Okay, we gotta watch it like this.
Yes, you would. If you watch a shit like that and they get you off, what makes you think that you wouldn't do it to your own daughter? It's just in the mindset again. Oh, that's all it is. From a daddy and a daughter. Boy, you weird. You disgusting. Get out. Just get out. Just get out.
Yeah.
Did she say because if you're watching that, it means you do it to your own daughter?
Yeah.
Why would you watch something that says daddy daughter porn? Why would you watch that?
It's acting. It's no different than teachers and a housekeeper.
No. It's daddy daughter.
No, it's daddy.
It's not the same.
Daughter.
No.
When you got adults acting.
No. Because why are you even thinking of that?
Porn.
Why are you even thinking of that as a father Why would you want to sleep with your daughter? Why do you want to see that? Why do you want to see something that's acting that out?
No, why would you want what if
that wasn't my initial takeaway. It was I need people role play. They role play all the time. That wasn't my first thought.
I ain't never play like I'm nobody's daughter while they banging me.
So you cool if you find that I'm watching two guys on porn?
They say in-laws. They say teenagers. They all type of
teenagers
titles.
Is sick too. Why would you use it? You want to screw teenagers?
So that means if he watched the porn that said it's teenage, you got a teenage daughter or a niece or a cousin, or you're gonna sleep with them. Oh, you a perv. Get out.
Hide your kids from this one. Hell no, I'm not gonna trust you.
That's weird.
So
not
she
around
kicked
mine.
him out because he watched certain titles of porn.
Because he watched
that may be
daddy,
a little over exaggerated.
Not because it's certain titles, because he was watching daddy daughter porn.
He picked daddy out of all the titles. He picked daddy daughter porn. That's weird. If that ain't a red flag, I don't know what it is. I ain't never picked daddy daughter porn.
You picked teenage porn before?
No.
You picked housekeeping. It could be Spanish.
Yes.
Certain race.
And teenage is two
It's
different
all
things.
acting.
Teenagers are illegal.
First of all, it's not acting. They're actually it's not acting. It's not acting. They're actually fucking. It's not acting.
No, meaning the porn that you're watching, clearly they're actors and acting, and they're just playing. It's role play. It's like it's kinky. It's just kinky role play, ain't it?
Kinky role play with your daughter, Jay. So
no,
you
it's not your daughter. It's not your actual daughter.
It don't matter. It says that who wants to watch a daddy and a daughter do that? Is sick. I don't even believe that you even going down this rabbit hole like in real life.
I'm not support. What I'm saying is my initial first thought wasn't, you watch porn with that title, so that means that's what you're doing in real life.
Why would you pick? So if I pick a title with
that wasn't my immediate.
So what do you? So if two dudes are just acting and I watch two dudes fucking, what you gonna think about me? What you gonna think I'm into?
You into watching two dudes get it in.
Okay.
So
what's the difference between
maybe in that same box?
Okay. So why is it you? So why aren't you saying maybe about the dad who's watching the dad have sex with his daughter?
That wasn't my initial first thought. Wasn't he wants to have sex with his daughter?
But why would you pick out of all the titles? Why would you pick that title? Because it turns you on.
I get what you're saying related to potentially that could be it, but I wouldn't necessarily think that. That wasn't my initial thought, and that's why I think that's why it's a deeper conversation.
Why would it be if you caught your girl watching nothing but two girls have sex with each other? What would be your first thought?
And when you say nothing but, it seems like she walked in on him. So was that something that's always in his browser? That's the only thing that he looks for. Like I need more information to sit there.
No, you don't need more information. The fact that he just did it and talking about it's a mindset. He told us what it was. He said it's a mindset
of a younger girl, probably for him. He probably
then you look at young girls. You don't look at daughters. You're a father. What are you doing?
I don't know.
And this is the problem. This is why I stopped checking Pornhub when I started reading these titles. And I go like, wait a second. And the reason why they get away with it is because the actors aren't that age. But what you're doing is you're basically feeding into the minds of these people who get to fantasize now and get to watch two people role play in this sick
exchange
activity.
student. It's all type of titles. I'm sure there's all type of role plays out there that everything at role play doesn't
once
mean
you start seeing teenagers and once you start seeing daughters and once you start seeing sons, that's why I was like, yeah, I'm done. And I started trying to go back and just take everything off and exit out and all that other stuff. But if you're sitting there as a dad and you actually pick the title, Daddy Daughter Porn, I understand that woman's concern.
That wasn't my first thought. I get her concern though. That just wasn't my initial. Oh, you gotta go.
Feeding in the mind of a mother effing predator. Exactly.
Yeah, that could be. It could be.
That is. What if you came and stayed at your house and you caught them watching?
I get it.
And you caught them watching
I just
sleeping with your friend's son.
I would have needed
to process at their house.
I would have needed to process that and do a deeper dive to understand. I don't know that immediate reaction. I don't know.
Nothing to understand. Ain't nothing to understand. That is nothing that you play with. You don't give nobody the opportunity.
But no, you don't play with babies.
Once you find that out, it's now. You gotta go.
The word daughter for me.
Was it her daughter or was it his daughter?
No, she said you would do that to your daughter. That's what I heard her say.
Play it one last time, Johnny. I'm because if it was their kid together or was it?
It don't matter.
They be having step.
You
see step.
That's worse.
Before Mike, step kid, step whatever.
That's even worse. You got to go faster.
What?
You got to get kicked out faster now.
Yeah.
Yes, you would. I swear to God. If you watch shit like that and they get you off, what makes you think that you wouldn't do it to your own daughter? It's just a mindset again. Oh, that's all it is.
Oh.
Boy, you disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we gonna tell everybody. We gonna tell everybody.
He said that was a mindset just to get off.
Right.
That's it.
When you talking about, I don't know what's the problem.
I didn't get it. I didn't hear. I was trying to understand.
But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's very dangerous because everything on porn is a mindset. And the more you open your mind to certain
it was a
activities,
to get off.
It goes further and further and further. So yeah, you got to go, homie.
Yeah, you gotta go, Playboy. You gotta figure something else out.
And if it's a stepdad,
whoa.
Like honestly, and I think it should be done for both. I think it should be done for both, right? But stepdad, I would do the immediate. We about to have a talk with my daughters to see if anything has ever happened.
Yes, yeah. Now I need
uncomfortable.
Well, with that too, I would ask that because some dads.
Yeah, that's what I said. Both of them.
I'd be like,
he said it was a mindset just to get off. Whoa, yeah, he need help.
The funny thing is that. I mean, Jay came around finally in record time when it comes
I didn't understand.
Jay. This is the same guy who lost his mind when a kid was on Pete Davidson's lap.
But you don't understand watching.
You don't understand watching
daddy-daughter porn.
When people actually act out what you were scared that Pete Davidson might do.
Yeah, that's violation. 100% zero tolerance when it comes to kids. Zero. But if role playing, if that's what you're in the kinky stuff that's in that world, but I didn't know that. No, that's the difference. What he's doing is completely different.
How is it different?
Because
even if he didn't
kinky
say
role play out there that people do, that's is with legal, adults, that may be 18, 19, that people are into that role playing stuff. So I kind of get that. But he said it's a mindset to get off with a daddy daughter.
If he didn't say that it was a mindset, if he didn't say, just the fact that he's looking at daddy daughter porn lets you know that is a mindset. He doesn't have to say that. And I would say that anybody if I saw that that came up, no, you got to go because you damn sure not to be around my daughters. Not like that. I don't want you. I don't need. No, It's
For y'all who
over.
just joined us on IG or joined us on Media Room on YouTube, on Facebook, just to give y'all an update, there's something on Twitter. I think it was Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
That a man got caught watching porn by his wife, but he got caught watching daddy daughter porn, and she kicked him out the house because they got girls. And she kicked him out the house. And we were just discussing this, how disturbing this is. And I don't understand why these porn sites get away with putting stuff up like that to basically help satisfy predators.
Yeah, I mean, I found it too.
I don't understand why porn sites are allowed to get away with this. I don't understand why you can title something daddy daughter porn.
But I would have a problem with it, even if I'm in a relationship with someone and I didn't have kids, they didn't have kids, and I come in and I catch that. That's still a concern. It's like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
And I want to also emphasize that these porn sites are getting, like, kids are 14 and 13 years old getting on here. So if a 13-year-old boy gets on there and he sees daddy daughter porn and he starts initiating it, and he's just going for it.
Wow.
All of a sudden you actually put this nugget in his brain of daddy daughter porn.
Yeah. And he said it's a mindset like that. I get. Wait a minute. That's the part that got me bugged out.
Yes, you would. If you watch this shit like that and they get you off, what makes you think that you wouldn't do it to your own daughter? It's just a mindset of getting off. That's all it is.
Wow.
My daddy and a daughter. Boy,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get out.
Exactly.
Oh.
Just get.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
though, to tape it, and I would have called the police because I've been like, I'm not about to deal with this crazy mofo.
Yeah,
you don't know what he gonna do.
But
what up?
But this is not isolated. These are millions of people who start watching these when you're young. And then they start introducing new shit to you. It's just like you start with this drug, then they lead you into this drug, then they lead you into this drug, and it's all justification because you've been watching porn for the last 20 years of your life.
Never like calling men. TP said I never like calling men that's not my daddy. So that's even worse. So that's the thing. Shiny, you never say, hey daddy. You ain't never did that, Shiny?
I ain't never, but that's
when I sing the Usher song. You know your daddy's home.
Yeah, I never asked anybody to call me daddy. I always thought that was a little weird too, but it's so ingrained in society that I ain't got time to fight with y'all. I just was like, I ain't never wanted a chick to call me daddy. I just didn't. I was just like, call me a lot.
That's a lot, if you gonna be daddy. That's a lot. Them some big shoes to fill.
But damn, Puerto Ricans be calling they chicks mommy all the time.
Mommy, Puerto Rican mommy. Hey, mommy.
I think that's y'all's culture though, right?
Yeah, it's like mommy.
That's just the culture, yeah.
I was never gonna be called daddy.
I don't think our culture is to be like daddy. I guess if you got a sugar daddy.
If
it would have said sugar daddies and sugar babies, that's something different.
I think I'm more into you calling me a dickhead. I think that might turn me on better. Stupid ass dickhead, asshole. Like, yeah.
I think if I were married and my kids, that was their father, then in the house, I probably would say like daddy or father, just because of the title, daughter, son,
right.
But not daddy because hell no, you ain't my daddy.
A lot of stuff that goes on. I don't know. There's human beings. I think I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. I mean, there are people who walk around their kids naked.
They do. And
without a sexual thought going through their brain. So I can't, but this guy's different. Like, I don't want to go off on, like you said, go into that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
People take, baths with their, kids when they're older. And, I've never taken a bath with my daughters. Like, I've never done that.
Yeah, but, I remember Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's she did that with a 5-year-old, and people, it was all over her. It was a couple of people that did that, celebrities. After a certain age, it's kind of weird when you're naked in the bathtub with your kids.
Yeah,
I've never taken a bath with my daughters.
Yeah.
Never? Even when they were newborns?
No, they had their own bathtub.
I get when they're newborn, baby.
Yeah, I get it.
I get
I
that.
understand it.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't want them in the tub with me. That's just me. I'm not knocking nobody that does it.
yeah.
Because I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's just
Yeah.
I never did that. That was nothing that I ever was like, oh, let me get in the tub with my baby. No, they had the little tub that I sit in the sink, and I'd sit them in the sink and let them play in the water and clean them up. They just kind of sit there and look when they first came home, but no, I never put them in the tub with me, and they ain't never been in the
Some
tub
of
with
them are
they dad.
born in the tub, right? With the water births. Y'all
Yeah,
in
if
the
you
tub,
do the
yeah.
water birth. Well, they're in water when they come out, and then they hit air. They live in water in your stomach.
Nudity is not a bad thing. It's what mentally how you perceive nudity. It's like for me, I grew up in a family where nobody you covered up, and there are
That's
other
the
families.
opposite. Yeah, here
Is it double standard for the men though? I'm sure it is, right? Like I guess
No, I
females
never
top
well,
half is always more accepted.
Yeah, for some reason, breasts have always been,
It's
we've been
always been
programmed that
accepted.
breasts are like, but there are people, there are families that don't give a damn about nudity. They're good. I know a lady who called all her ex-boyfriends and current ones daddy, says she wouldn't mix them up when they called
her on the phone. Everybody daddy. But we
Everybody
did that
daddy.
like now the clothes part. Yeah, we had that now with their dad when he was in the house. He wouldn't. But like the girls, that's why it's I had to teach the girls that okay, when we have company, this is how we have to dress. We
Right.
have to wear this when other people are going to be in the house. When it's us, then we can wear these things or walk around like this. Because they were just it's always been us for the most part. So they know how to come home and be comfortable in their home.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, I don't, like, everybody's dressed, but I always joke that my house looks like a WNBA locker room. They just be walking around. I'm like, Jesus.
Got the sports bras on.
But
Everybody come. You got to be comfortable in your house to a certain degree. What
Yeah.
up, Joy? Joy Jennings. Good morning. Is that Namaste? That Spanish, Mike? Is that
I don't know what
Spanish?
the hell. No.
Namaste, E1.
Namaste.
I don't know what
No
I see
mesta,
that all the
nemesta.
time. See
No
it all the
mesta.
time, but I don't know what it means.
I don't turn that shit into Spanish. That's just some Swahili.
Not Swahili.
Hold up. I'm gonna turn my live off because they counting down. And then I'm gonna bring everybody back up.
Good morning,
Okay.
TP. Appreciate the love. TP went on to wokeupinspired.com and showed my wife some love and ordered like 3 or 4 pieces. Like, thank you, TP. She appreciate it. That's gonna keep her busy for the next day and a half. That's dope. Thank you. All right. So Joy said
name a stay. Namaste.
pronounced namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. So what does namaste? What does
I
that
don't
mean?
know. What does namaste mean?
Namaste, mama, namaste, namaste.
Oh, that's the lyric.
Namaste, namaste.
Oh, my daughter said it means hello.
Oh,
Is that what it means?
What language
Hello,
though?
what?
Good morning, Erica.
In what
hello.
language?
Namaste.
Hello.
Alexa, what does namaste mean?
I almost invited the wrong person to live, boy. Y'all would have been happy.
Still used commonly in India, Nepal, and in yoga practice worldwide.
Yeah.
It is a greeting that literally means I bow to you.
I bow to you. Okay,
in
that's what
Hindu
she's
belief,
saying now.
Oh,
it may
damn.
also refer to a person
Alexa,
bound to the divine spark
stop.
carried by another.
Alexa, stop. Oh, so she bowed to us. All right, Joy, but thank you for bowing to us.
I don't think.
That was my takeaway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
exactly
bowing to y'all too. I'll bow back in a
And
minute.
all right, we got it. Whatever clip Mike need next. So I guess it's there. I'll find it.
But you got look at the bottom.
All right.
The little boy shooting and we already did
Namaste.
T.I. But y'all still got you still
we gotta
got
do Wiz Khalifa. We gotta do Wiz. We gotta do Wiz losing his IG page.
Wiz Khalifa? I thought Gilly. Wait, Wiz.
I mean,
lost his?
no, Gilly losing his IG page because of Wiz.
Yeah.
All y'all can't take no jokes no more.
Wiz Khalifa, black and
What the
yellow, black and yellow, rapper, weed smoker. Everyone knows who Wiz Khalifa is in the hip hop world. So what happened now with Wiz?
Gilly was just joking, talking about put some clothes on in the gym. He was joking. He said, "I gotta unfollow you, dog. You gotta put some clothes on. You be in that gym with them little things on. I can't do." Just joking. Wasn't nothing harsh. Next thing you know, Gilly's IG page gets deactivated. Then Wiz Khalifa gets up and says, he had nothing to do with it. He says, I didn't get that child's IG.
Shady.
And then Gil gets back on and says, I wonder if I should show everybody the text messages of his agent.
That's what Gil said?
Yeah, of his manager. Apologizing.
For getting his page taken because they reported him as bullying.
What did I tell y'all? No, I'm not talking about Wiz. I told y'all black people turning into Karens. I told y'all turning into Karens. All y'all who justify it's Chris Rock can't joke about G.I. Jane. Gilly can't joke about Gilly obviously was simply joking.
He said, I unfollowed you, dog. I follow you back when you stop having them situations up in the camera. Put some pants on. Because apparently, I guess Wiz wasn't dressing.
No, he just had, he did. He dressed appropriately for the gym. People dress like that to the gym. Will and Gil joked about it. He joked about it. It was a fucking
like I'm
joke.
unfollowing you because I don't want to see that on my page. So he unfollowed him. So I got it. It was like, oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't even think Gil really unfollowed him. I think he was joking about the whole unfollow shit. Yeah, go on IG, Jay. So now Wiz denies having his page deactivated. But why did your manager send text messages to Gil apologizing if you ain't had nothing to do with it?
You ain't had nothing to do with reporting him.
And then Gil said that you said your feelings were hurt. Over what? Over what? If Jay Black made a video because he saw me at the gym in some straight up them LeBron tights with no shorts, I was wearing the tights, I was going in. He said, Mike, gotta unfollow you, homie. You my dude, but I gotta unfollow you. Mike ain't got no clothes on in the gym. It's a joke.
Yeah, but I guess that's like you're forcing something on me. First of all, you need to be dressed properly. If you're not dressing properly, that's a problem. So that may have been put on the radar, and other people.
What is properly? It's now, the gym. You wear tights
I don't want your situation swagging and swinging and clacking all up on my timeline. So I'm unfollowing you.
So he was joking.
So maybe other people probably went and just start doing research and say, yeah, this is a problem. And other people may have reported.
It's not a problem. He's wearing gym attire. That's what you wear at the gym. Anybody, especially he works out with the MMA dudes. They all wear those. That's what they wear to the gym, the MMA dudes.
Oh, I don't know. But either way, it could have offended somebody. If it offended somebody and people reported it, that could have been the case.
It's corny. Black people, stop being Karen. Don't turn into white people Karens. Thank you, Billy J. When did we get to where bullying is equal with the dozens? Yes, it's too. We're destroying our own culture, trying to be ultra sensitive like everybody else.
This is ultra sensitive time. We're in.
No, you don't have to. Don't fall for it.
Everything is sensitive.
Don't fall for it, y'all. They trying to suck you in so stuff like this can happen. So a dude that's making bread off his IG gets it pulled down.
Now Gil started a whole
doing
new
the
page.
devil's work.
He had to start a whole new page.
Y'all doing the devil's work. It just shows you how much Instagram is literally taking over us financially and what we got to do. Where a man with millions of followers, you get that pulled down, knowing the financial ramifications when he was joking.
That's right, because Gil got a bunch of sponsors that he has to post in healthcare and this and the auto, and he got a bunch of sponsors he got. So yeah, if he can't post with all his millions of followers, so that's why he's scrambling with the new page to get that.
And he's already from yesterday's update. He was up to 800,000. He gonna get him back. But Jay made a good point. Fan base may be the place we got to go.
I put that in a group text, like fan base. That's why Isaac Hayes' son started their own.
Probably should say that or not. We probably shouldn't be on IG Live. We might get in trouble.
Oh, that might be a trigger word. Fan base.
Fan base might be a trigger word.
Yeah. But they say that we don't do that over here. We let you have your own voice and
facts.
I mean, maybe that's something to look into.
But Wiz, like if your manager sent apologies to Gilly, that shit is corny, Wiz. And I like Wiz, but that shit, you gonna do the man's podcast. Y'all gonna have a great session on this podcast. And Gilly was joking.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw the post. I saw what Gil did. That made me laugh. I was like, oh, I'm not even following Wiz, so I'm good. I don't get to see none of that pop up on my page. So I kept it pushing.
But I follow Wiz because I like when Wiz does his workouts. I take tips from it. I don't care what he got on. But
if it's uncomfortable, nobody want to see if your situations is showing and the click clacking and all that what Gil was saying.
Situation is showing. If you watch MMA, the situations are showing anyway. If your attention goes down to somebody's dick, that's your problem. And I don't even think Gilly was talking about that.
That's what he said.
He was joking about that. Gilly don't give a damn about that. He was joking.
Well,
y'all both should have ate off of that.
I wouldn't want to pause. I wouldn't want to see them that on my jump. They should eat. I don't want to see that on my timeline, like Gil was saying. So I kind of got that part. So,
oh God, this guy's got to stop being so homophobic. Y'all ridiculous. Y'all really ridiculous.
You plastering it all on your page, like I'm good.
It is the homophobic.
It ain't homophobic. It's just you don't want to see certain things.
If you're watching the Olympics and a dude is in gymnastics, he's got tights on. If you watch the Olympic swimmers, they got little bikini joints on, the little tight little bathing suits on. Like, get over yourself. Like, all it is an outfit to work out. LeBron James has worked out with strictly just tights on and posted the video. Strictly tights on. That's all. No shorts or nothing. Teaching black kids to play dozens used to be a rite of passage to get them ready to be called the N-word by the world. How about that? How about that? Now, come on. You know the dude was playing.
Somebody got Wiz temporary shut down. But they gave him his page back, I guess, once it was investigated.
God,
but unlike Gil, he lost his. So,
my goodness, y'all. Whole world's turning into one big bitch.
Sensitive.
Karen.
Everybody's sensitive.
And that makes you soft. That's why this country is soft as hell. Soft. Goodness God. And you can't have your manager text apologies and then say you ain't had nothing to do with it, Wiz. That's a conflict. Now, I'm not taking everything that comes out of Gilly's mouth the gospel.
Or maybe Wiz didn't realize that his manager was doing
Maybe Wiz didn't know his manager was reaching out. Maybe his manager was trying to put out a fire or whatever. Gilly was like, allegedly, Gilly's saying that you said that your feelings were hurt. Over what? I don't understand his feelings being hurt. Yeah. I don't get it. I truly don't understand how your feelings are hurt. I'm lost. I'm lost. It's the first time in society that I don't even understand society. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And what's the purpose of IG taking Gil's page, but then allowing him to create a whole nother page? Like, what was the purpose? I don't see the ultimate purpose in, like, what are they stopping?
They know what they're doing is the punishment. They know how many followers that dude got.
And he gonna get them right back, and then what?
But he knows how long. They know the punishment of having obligations to sponsors and stuff like that. That's why they're never swiping down Kim Kardashian's page, because they know the ramifications that would happen. They know the ramifications that would happen if they try to mess with Kim and take her shit down. The lawsuits they would be held up in court for so long, it would be ridiculous.
Well, they own their page though. I mean, this IG stuff. So Kim couldn't say anything other than you signed up. There got to be something in an agreement that we check a box when you create a page. They can take and do whatever they want to do.
You trust.
You just saying it's bigger than that from some Illuminati aspect that they know who to mess with.
No, I'm saying you get the right lawyers and they will pick apart that contract and they will say the reason why you did it because you violated this civil right, or you violated this, or you treated her a certain type of way because she was a woman, or you treated her a certain type of way. They don't want that problem. They don't ever want that problem. Yeah. Kanye's joint ain't been pulled down.
So let's all create a fan base page. And everyone should do it anyway. Shiny had us do it the other day. We all created our own little fan base to try to get that going. We have another outlet that everybody can communicate. Why not?
Who is the board of directors at Instagram who decides that a complaint is valid? That's what I want to know. I want to know is there an actual person or persons that are actually sitting there at a table that are actually deciding, oh, this complaint is valid. This not, because you could just send any complaint. Any random person can complain about your page and get it deactivated.
Yeah, I don't like what Michael
Or
Sean
get it
just said.
banned.
I don't like what he said.
That's not America. Instagram literally has a thing called follow and unfollow. They literally have a button that if somebody says something you don't like, you can unfollow them and never see them again. That's all you got to do.
Algorithm still to pick up. You got friends that may like something similar, but I get what you're saying. Actually, you can. My wife was telling me you can shade somebody out to where so you won't see any of their posts. Like you can still follow them and you won't see, because some people just annoying with too many posts. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
And
there's ways around it.
No segue. There's no segue right here. People, you're wasting your time sending me talking about send me your Cash App. I want to send you $700. Shut the fuck up.
Or wait. I just want an iPhone. I'm like, I'm an Android guy. What do you mean I want an iPhone?
Dude, the brilliant one, and now this is legit, right? The only thing is they take you through these steps, right? So you can get your money in the Cash App. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to follow this one, right?
Which one was this one?
This was a company, Cash App itself.
Oh, so you want a Cash App? You got cash money.
So you got to go through these steps, right? So you answer these questions. You answer these because people do get paid for doing surveys. It's tedious, but they do get paid for doing surveys. Just like the mall. If you go to the mall, they used to pull you to the side. You go to a room. You answer 20 minutes of questions, and they hand you a gift card. Sometimes they hand you $20. Sometimes they hand you whatever. Okay. So I go through answering the surveys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go through all these screens, do this, do that. But there's one screen that you have to enroll in one of these programs in order to leave the screen. I forget what it was. I don't know if it was. I should have taken a screenshot.
So you have to follow. You have to sign up.
You gotta sign up for one of these.
To allegedly get this money,
and it's gonna be free for the first 3 months. But then you're gonna have, and that's why I stopped from there. But the regular people in different countries that keep sending me, just send me your Cash App because I want to give you this $1,000.
Got this Walmart gift card for you. Congratulations.
Yeah. We have your UPS. We
got your package. Yeah, we just need the $1.13 balance to get you your shipment. I just saw that one. There's so many reasons.
I didn't order anything. And if I did order something through UPS, I have a tracking number, and I go to their website and I track it myself.
Yeah. Hey, it's scam. 'Tis the season to be scammed, people. Keep your head on the swivel.
Okay. We're in the no segue zone. I got a letter for jury duty. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh shit. All right. Because my standard thing for jury duty is I'm a stand-up comedian, right? And
what does that mean? That means you get out of it?
My schedule is all over the place, so there's no way. I've already booked shows my schedule is booked for 6 months, and then they send you on your way.
Okay.
I didn't even get to that point, right? I just answered the questions regularly. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to do jury duty because everything else went. I was like, yes.
So you was being honest with all your responses.
Yes, I was being totally
honest.
This
is your civil duty, though, Mike. You're supposed to do.
Okay, so that's what I did.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Leah Frazier and a bunch of other lawyers the judge said, if y'all want the court system to change, do your jury duty, right? I was like, cool. I'm gonna be honest. I said, look, I ain't got a job right now, so I ain't really got no reason. I really don't. Like, if y'all
have to do it, yeah, it's a murder case, murder trial. Y'all need me. All right, let me see what's going on.
So I just answered the questions honestly.
Mm-hmm.
How about these motherfuckers flag me and say, we see something that says you can't be a jury.
You want to be a good juror. We don't want you. Wait, I was honest. I didn't say anything wrong. So it's something in your real answers that
I don't even know what I said. I'm a resident. I've never been in.
I'm a citizen.
I've never had. They said traffic violation. If a traffic violation, you're good. Okay.
Are you a felon? Are you a felon? Because you got a felony. Okay.
No.
That used to be my way out. Yo, I'm a convicted felon. I used to say it proud on them surveys back then. Now I can't even use that anymore. But yeah, so you ain't a felon. So I don't know what did they actually have you ever been arrested? Maybe that could have been a trigger for them.
No, it wasn't even have been arrested. They asked you, have you been done anything indictable on? I've never done anything.
Queen said, "Wow, she's on jury duty right now for the next 2 weeks." So they got her hemmed up with some case and getting her. What is it? $5 a day. You get your per diem, whatever that is. Jury duty is real. That's your civic duty, Mike. You should want to do it, but you tried. And
I tried.
You got shut down.
I didn't even get to like. They didn't even get me to they flagged me off the door. I was like, all right, cool. I told Stacey to do hers. I told Stacey, go to that website. I want to get called though to get an excuse from work. Listen.
Right, Stacey. Damn, what Stacey said again?
I don't know.
They knew you were back in Jersey. Yeah, how they knew he was back in Jersey that fast, huh?
That fast, dog.
Like, he back. He ain't in Texas. We've been looking for him.
Dog, a matter of months. They had the new address and the whole. They was like, boom, boom, pat, pat. Oh, but my name's on the mortgage, so I guess that's how they got it. So my name's on the mortgage. So honestly, I had 2 residences. So I'm not doing jury duty. They flagged me. They said they'll give me more information. Maybe because I'm still on papers. I don't know. Maybe you can't do jury.
That could be it. Yeah, because you got something against the judicial system. If you're on papers, potentially you could be against the man. So yeah, they don't want you.
Maybe, but it's all good with me. I'm like, all right. I tried to do what I did, but it ain't work out. It ain't work out. So I don't know. I get it. Thank y'all. But I tried. Leah Frazier told me. Judge Amber Given said you got to be part of jury duty. And y'all kicked me to the curb.
All right, you got a couple of clips in there.
They got the Cam Newton clip. Cam Newton, Pro Bowl quarterback who doesn't have a team yet. He was trying to tell y'all women how to be a woman.
Ain't no Cam clip.
Oh, you ain't got a Cam?
Ain't no Cam clip in here.
You ain't got no Cam.
I saw a little boy busting off some guns or something.
Little boy shooting guns at the range.
Which is do you agree with that? Hey, what is this?
I got my Glock 17 full size 9mm, Glock 17 L long slide 9mm, Glock 18 full size 9mm full auto. Glock 19 compact 9mm, Glock 19 X full size frame compact slide 9mm, getting busy with the heater, that's what I know. Glock 24 size 10mm, Glock 21 full size 45 ACP, Glock 22 full size 40 Smith & Wesson is the key. Glock 23 compact 40 Smith & Wesson, Glock 24 full size long slide.
Ain't got him shooting off the long nose. Jesus. Look, man, if you're going to have guns in your house and them guns are going to be around your house, all them kids need to be at the range and be able to pull triggers.
Yeah. And most people can't even cock that Glock back. He cocking that sucker back with ease. Okay, you're going to teach him. Yeah.
And when he shoots up that target, he knows what not to play with. He knows the ramifications. If you're going to have it in the house, everybody should know how to be able to. So what's the point of having it in the house and your kids are just in the house by themselves and somebody try to break in? I'm not a gun advocate. But it's here now.
Gun safety.
I need everybody to be able to know exactly if there's still one in the chamber. I need everybody to know. Everybody needs to know how to clean them. Everybody needs to know what goes on. And they need to know what they do. So when you shoot up a target, they go like, oh, that's what they do. Yep.
So I figure some people may be against that, but I personally like it. I think it's good to have your kids, like you just said, learn it, knowing it. You in the proper settings, the proper environment. You're teaching gun safety. They may run across one and they don't know, and down the road, and I think it's good.
I just don't want the kid to shoot somebody in the backyard and they ain't break into the house yet. I hate that wife don't want to know how to handle guns.
Yeah,
if it's in the house,
choosing not to.
If you've already lost the argument and the guns are in the house and you didn't want them in the house and you've already buckled on that, you might as well learn how to use them bitches.
Take them to the range. Yeah, and that's the proper place to do it. But he did look a little young. But it's like, hey, you got to start off. That's what white folk do, ain't they? That's exactly what they do.
I got my Glock 17.
Ooh, I like how he put that clip in. He cocked that sucker back. Go ahead, young man.
See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all think shit like that is cool. See, that's the problem with black people right there.
That was cool. The fact that he knows what he's doing at that young age.
It's not about being cool. It's about just protection.
In an emergency, he's good.
Like I said,
he's not just going to be experimenting. You always hear, this 5-year-old shot and killed, and by mistake, and the gun went off, because they're not teaching them gun safety. Like you said, if it's going to be around you, it's going to be in a car, the proper way to use it, and yeah, I think that's good.
I just don't want him to use it. I want them to bust off when it's not legal. That's all I want. You got as much as you got. They know how to use it. You got to also tell them the guidelines. You can't just shoot somebody because they're on your lawn. You can't just do that.
They taking my bike and they was running away, so I shot him.
It's a dangerous thing, but that's America. They're obsessed with guns. Americans are obsessed with violence and obsessed with guns. So now we've come to a point in society where we got to train 7-year-olds the same way we train 18 and 20-year-olds who go to the army or go to the military.
Not cool.
I mean, it's a sad. No, it honestly is a sad state that we are so obsessed with weapons that actually end people's lives. That we're obsessed as a country with them.
You're obsessed with food in your life. You're obsessed with all types of stuff that in your life. You can say that about a lot of stuff.
You actually need food.
But you said I'm saying certain foods.
No, but you have to have food.
Certain foods.
That's like saying you're obsessed with water. Like
I'm saying
you have to upset.
Just for your analogy, is a bunch of stuff that's not good for people that can in your life.
No, we're actually obsessed with something that we use to kill other people. Like we're obsessed with it. We live in a country that's obsessed, running around the woods, killing animals that they don't even need.
Oh, the hunting?
Obsessed. Obsessed with it. But I mean, it's too late now. The genie's out the bottle. That's why when you see other countries that living in peace and they have a total of like 10 murders for the year, we're like, yo, how's that possible that you guys only 10 people got murdered? Yeah, because we really ain't fascinated.
That's possible for a country that don't have 10 murders?
Yes. Yeah, the countries that have those little murders in their country.
Wow.
Not 30, 40, 50,000 people killed. If you look at the numbers of people who got killed by guns by mistake, by accident.
But that's why you teach them gun safety.
Accident.
But
we live in a country that like 50, 60,000 people have died by mistake. I don't think anybody realized. I think people, when we say die, don't understand how permanent that
says
is.
Canada. Wow, Canada they got bare minimum. No. And that's why they don't want to let us live over there. Canada, like, nah, y'all keep that foolishness where y'all at.
Man, Canada just got common sense. Canada was like, yeah.
It must be gun laws. You're not allowed to have guns on. Like, it must be something like that there.
It was common sense. Why would everybody have something that can kill somebody?
You have the right.
My neighbor's kids are under 10 having hunting rifles. Yeah.
Yeah. And they like to hunt. They go hunting for deers.
For nothing, because there's meat at the store. But
Moving
they just
targets.
decide they just want to kill some more. But I mean, listen, I ain't gonna fight this. That's something that America. That's like trying to say we're gonna end racism. It's not gonna end, y'all. Let's be clear.
So guns are here.
Guns are here, just like racism is here. And that shit ain't going to end. Like, please stop. People literally have been programmed not to like other people based on their race or religion or gender. It's just been based on it. You can't get around it. It don't matter how many people. Americans love guns so much that it doesn't matter how many people will die. They don't care.
Did say that. There's meat in the store. But
yeah,
why we gotta hunt? You can just go buy your meat. Go ahead.
We want to kill extra animals. Let's kill some extra animals just for the hell
People
of it.
do like to cut them up.
They love
the meat. They're burnt like that. Some people are really into that. I know somebody that loves to hunt and go literally cut up a deer, cut the insides, gut. They do all that and then eat the food and cook it and all that. So there are people that are really, really into that.
We don't care.
I mean, I don't even want to look like me that's into that, but
human beings like what they like, and they don't give a fuck about the consequences. They don't care. Okay. There people just say, I just want to have my guns. I don't care.
But no, that part I do.
No, they don't care. I can give y'all. I can hit y'all with 30,000 kids that got killed by mistake. That got killed by mistake by guns. I don't care.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
That's the biggest bullshit in the history. A laying gun touched by a human being, by no human beings, kills nobody. That's why that statement is the dumbest thing. A gun sitting down that is never touched by a human being kills nobody. It doesn't become deadly until it gets in the hands of somebody.
Someone unskilled.
It don't have to be someone else. Cops are skilled all day.
Oh, see, here you go.
There are tons of people who are skilled that kill. Y'all act like the skilled people don't never have accidents. Y'all really act like skilled people don't have accidents.
Touche.
Y'all. But you can't fight it. Because human beings are assholes. We want what we want, and we don't care what the effects are. I don't care. I want to eat certain things. The doctor's like, yo, we're going to have to cut off your toe. You need to stop eating that. No, I want what I want. You want to eat what? Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out. We're doing something.
I watched Unsung on a group called PM Dawn. A lot of y'all don't remember PM Dawn.
PM Dawn. They had that one hit, right? Like
no, they had a bunch. They had a bunch of hits. That they had the Boomerang song too. They on the soundtrack of Boomerang.
PM Dawn.
Dog. Prince B had such a problem with food. Dog. They cut his leg off to the torso.
Damn. What kind of food was
to the
eating?
torso? It's crazy. And it's a disease. Like eating like that is a disease. So I'm not gonna just make it simple as just people want stuff. But we as people, when we want something, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. Once Americans decide they like something, they don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Porn. Daddy daughter porn is literally on the internet. But anyway. Little boy shooting off that gun. I get it.
Wait.
Yeah, that was their second hit. Third hit.
I didn't dream you
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Okay.
Yeah.
Set adrift.
Yeah. I saw the Unsung for Dodds Effects. Anybody see the Unsung for Dodds Effects?
No, that just came out. It must be a new one. They had about 2 solid hits and then a bunch of features.
Man,
right?
You really forget. Like, you really be downplaying. Like, these dudes had...
They had Day One Effects and Mike Checker. I'm trying to remember what, and then there was features probably.
No, they had 3 gold albums.
Let me see if they had the greatest hits. They ain't got no greatest hits. I don't remember DOS Effects being that type of.
Gotta be. DOS Effects was huge.
They were huge, but not enough for.
You gotta be kidding me. Just,
they had like 2 major hits, and then they was featured.
No.
Yeah, no, they ain't got no greatest hits.
Jesus Christ, Jay. Goodness God.
Yes. Bump, skiggity, bump, skiggity, bump. Okay, so that was the one, and then they had.
They got more songs after that.
Yeah, and that was it. But either way, so you said you saw it. I want to check it out for those 2 songs.
You one of them dudes. This is the reason why hip hop don't get the respect it does. Because Jay is such a cover of the magazine motherfucker. All he knows is the cover of the magazine.
They had some features.
They had real hip. No, it's the real hip hop.
It's the real.
They had joints. And then they had the remix, which was the hottest one that was killing. Yes.
It's the real hip hop. I remember this.
Jay Black don't know nothing. All he knows is the cover of the magazine. That's all he knows. Jay Black. Look, for those who don't know, Jay Black was the dude at the radio station who sided with the dudes that just wanted to play the cover of the magazine. You know, that's a radio hit right there. That's a radio hit.
Oh God, you shut up.
That's a radio hit right there.
No, we just had to listen for radio hits. Yes, videos.
I didn't know what radio hits because everything Jay-Z was putting out. No, you didn't, because you wouldn't play what Jay-Z was putting out. Y'all wouldn't play it. But then 15 years later, Jay-Z's the greatest of all time. You wouldn't even play his songs on the radio.
You're crazy. I was always a whole fan.
You wouldn't even play. Reasonable Doubt never got played on the radio. Ever. Matter of fact, I had to argue with people about one song that they were just like, it's a club song that just rocks in the club. Duh.
Just
that
give it
made
to
a
me? Was it
that
given to
made
me?
a no, it wasn't. It was do my ladies run this mother? That's a club song. Don't nobody want to hear that on the radio. Shut your corny asses up. I'll stop fighting for hip hop. Daz Effects on here too. The fuck. I hosted concerts where Daz Effects had a whole arena turned all the way up.
So the unsung, they didn't get their just due. They were unsung. They were unparalleled, whatever. So they didn't get their shine.
No,
they got
were
an
getting
unsung on them.
they had 3 gold albums. First album went platinum. Then EPMD broke up, and that put them in a flux because Sermon owned 40% of them. Paris owned 60% of Daz Effects. Then the corny ass record label started making them rhyme over corny ass beats because they were like the real hip hop. They were like, "Oh, we want you to, it's a crossover thing."
Got to appeal.
The radio stations.
Yeah.
Because the radio stations. Let me tell y'all something. Other than a few stations, radio stations weren't friends to hip hop. We weren't friends. Y'all knew y'all wanted everybody to be Murder Inc. No disrespect to Murder Inc. and all their singing. Y'all wanted it all. Y'all wanted everybody to be singing. But it was good. And then I saw a one about CeeLo, but it was good. It was Daz Effects, going to Virginia State. They met in college. They were rhyming. And they were rhyming to the same beat at a party. One was on one side, the other one on the other side. And then the dude in the middle said, yo, y'all trying to battle. Y'all need to rhyme together. Sent a request to be in your video, Lady V337. Oh, Jay, not on. That's why he got me. Oh, on here, my IG live by myself. What's up, Monica? God, Jesus Christ, you're such a stud. Just take a break. Video, Lady. Got my IG looking crazy because I'm by myself, just sitting here chit-chatting.
Talking to yourself with a screen on in the back.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. They did them like that. The movie Brown Sugar. Oh yeah, shout out to Brown Sugar. But it was dope. It was actually dope. It was a dope. I make fun of the unsungs. I do joke about the unsungs.
I love them though, watching them, right?
I always make fun of the unsungs because the unsungs will do an unsung on a janitor and be like, yo, when he first got the mop. Where were you when you got the mop? No. When I first found my love for the mop, radio killed a bunch of good MCs' careers. Oh, yeah.
When he first got the mop. They can make anything interesting with their
but they do. And that voice, the guy who does the voice, it was crazy. When the mop, when he first got his first bucket for the mop, when the mop met the bucket, they will literally do an unsung on a janitor and make that shit be fire, yo. They're not as good as Behind the Music. Like Behind the Music on VH1 was legendary. Like Behind the Music had people watching documentaries and Behind the Music on rock bands, and you was like, yo, they was going in. Yes, they were. But what up, Emerald? The Daz Effects one, if you didn't check Daz Effects, it could have been better, but it was good. It was solid. CeeLo was dope. They got one on CeeLo. Unsung on MOP.
They just did Soul for Real. I saw the Soul for Real one. I was like, they had one hit, maybe 1.5. Why are we doing the unsung? Some people don't deserve an unsung, but I saw the Soul for Real one.
It's dope. You get to see the Soul for Real. And Soul for Real. Heavy D. And so they had one on Heavy D. I think I saw one on Heavy D. Heavy D is a good one. Kind of tragic, blood clots and dying on the airplane. That's sad. That whole Heavy D crew, the fact that one of the dancers died in a parking garage.
Trouble T. Roy.
Yeah, that was very sad. There was a lot of, even though Heavy D had the happiest music ever. What if Heavy D, an MC like Heavy D right now, who put out good ass music, could make it in the environment, right? There's going to be a group. There's going to be a rap group out here. There's going to be a rapper. Somebody, and they might already exist because I'm not heavy into digging into, there's 6 trillion rappers out here. There's going to be a rapper that's going to look at the Will Smith Fresh Prince blueprint and understand how much money there is to be made by doing that. I'm telling you, the blueprint of Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff made them so much money because it was an alternative, and it hit them with a whole nother group of people to make millions. Somebody's gonna do it. Oh, Candy Rain,
with the happy, joy, parents just don't understand that type of sound, free spirited. Yeah, and everything right now, you got to be tough. You got to be hard. You got to be getting them bags. You got to show that swag and that drip. It's a different vibe, different time.
Y'all gonna make fun of me, dog? When I listen to Lil Nas X, it's like a breath of fresh air.
You just happy?
It's just some good ass music.
What you trying to say?
Just some good ass music.
I ain't got my flag over here. I gotta bring the flag with me.
Why is that? No, they gonna throw a flag on you because you're not supposed to like a dude's music because he's gay.
No, I didn't say that. I just said you.
So what you gonna throw a flag on it?
Because I didn't know where you were going. Sounding like you was about to say you real happy when you listen to Lil
Nas
Nas
X. It's a relief that I don't have to hear somebody talk about blasting somebody's brains out or putting they dick in somebody's mouth.
What?
Like real talk. Like after a while, you're like, okay, so got it. You're rich. Yep. She feel protected around me. Punish the son is part, but you know, and there are a lot of MCs. Like there's this guy called DAX. I don't know how he says it. And he is rapper. First of all, he can rap. Now he got a country song out. That's dope. They got these other black kids who got country's already a huge genre. But it's about to get popping. There's a whole new, like these young kids, I give y'all credit. Y'all don't give a damn what type of music it is. Y'all listen to everything. I will give these young kids credit. These teenagers and these 20-year-olds, they will listen to everything. The fact that I'm starting to listen to a bunch of other stuff. Hip-hop really does get boring after a while. I got to tell you, and I love hip-hop. Wasn't for hip-hop, I wouldn't be here. But hip-hop can get monotonous. It can get monotonous. So listen, Shawnee will be back in a few minutes. Let's take a break. Oh, can you even do the breaks now? Can you do commercials, Jay?
Yeah, I could play a song or two.
Play a song or two, and we'll come back. Shawnee will be back. Hang out with us, y'all. We on Media Room 360, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
Ooh, tight shirt. I ain't played that in a while.
Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Happy ass song. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. It is 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, and I don't know what time it is on the West Coast, y'all. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Yeah, y'all.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Sean wears
tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Sean wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
Tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Sean and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah. Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix it up, bro.
We the Worst Records, baby. We about to ruin another instant classic. People were like, Mike Sean, where you been for 60 days? Yo, Aristotle, let's tell her. Straight out of rehab, a crazy alcoholic named Michael. Trying to break this alcoholic cycle. 2 shots, 3 shots, just to start the day. My girl mad, cause I'm even drunk on Sundays. Every day, I'm headed to the liquor store. Take a shower, liquor coming out my pores. People saying, Mike Sean, you better try and chill. Mind your business, and hand me some Advil. Got a headache, I'm so hungover. Gotta work in the morning, hope I'm sober. DUI, now I'm getting pulled over. Oh Lord, now I'm getting pulled over. Please, sir, step out the car. Hand me your license and recite the alphabet backwards. Backwards? Oh! Straight out of rehab, crazy alcoholic up in AA. Say my name out loud, they reply, hey. 60 days in a drug-free clean stay. Cold word, I was on a little vacay. Sharing feelings that I never thought I'd ever say. Grabbing tissue, eyes sweaty, I don't wanna stay. Calling home, yo, let me talk to my maid. No, for real, let me talk to my maid. Man up, 12 steps is the game plan. Tell the truth if you really wanna beat it, man. No chicks, no drink, pass on the tab. Michael Sean, and I'm straight out of rehab. We the Worst Records, baby. We have just ruined another classic song. Michael Sean, Aristotle, Pluto, Rest Up, Pills, Cosby, my man Flip, Mika Badass. Yeah, Michael Sean, We the Worst Records. You know what I say? Yeah, yeah. Straight out of rehab.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, got myself hyped. Tap in. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. It's a Monday morning. Hope your weekend. Shout out to Rodney Perry. I love, dog. That was class. Straight out of rehab, a crazy alcoholic named Michael. Trying to break this alcoholic cycle. Like every day. My girl mad because I even drink on Sunday. I don't understand that. Like, what's bad about drinking on Sunday? But I guess it just rhymes.
True. Because people drink every day. They drink every day.
I guess it just rhymes. Yeah.
There's no day off limit for alcohol.
No day off for alcohol. That's why God knows not to give me 20 million. Rodney Perry is in the building. Come join us, Rodney.
Perry.
So, hey, Chris Rock went to the biggest law firm in New York City, and the rumors are flying. Shoom, 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 shoom. Then the video leaked out of Jada in basically intruding on Will's space, and Will told her, "Yo, you just can't be videotaping me. Like my social media is my bread and butter."
Mm-hmm.
And the devil came out. She was, oh, this is the foolishness I got to deal with. No, ain't no foolishness. We's telling you the truth.
So they basically just pulling up a bunch of old video clips, old interviews. That's what people dragging up right now on Will and Jada.
Man, listen. This is the gift that keeps on giving, baby. This gift keeps on giving. Now Chris Rock coming out to one of the most powerful law firms in New York, and then there's a quote that I'll say allegedly that they said he will never, ever forgive Will Smith. We're never cool. I said that 3 weeks ago.
Never cool?
We never cool again.
Ever?
Smack me in my face. You gonna think we cool. I'm going for the whole shabam. I want it all. I want your mansion on a what's it called? A sheriff's sale? I don't know if they do that in LA. I need to break you.
Not the sheriff's sale.
This lawsuit got to be $500 million so that when we settle for $250 million. I need to really put a dent in that account. Chris Rock mad.
Yeah, he mad.
He ain't trying to tell no jokes about this shit. That's why he strategically didn't tell any jokes about it so that the lawsuit can go through and can nobody say that he was disparaging of Will in public.
Not a word. Yeah, he hasn't said a word.
He said he processing. Them lawyers said, don't you say nothing.
We need that.
Tell y'all right now.
We need it for the movie. We need it for the book. We need it for the lawsuit. We need it for something. Just hold tight.
Yeah, y'all.
Because whenever he speaks, it's going to be, hey, Chris Rock finally speaks. After it could be, 6 months from now. Yeah, it's still going to be news regardless when he does speak.
Whoa, now.
Yeah.
Try to tell y'all the lesson of the day. Do not react out of emotion. It never works out.
Did you see this versus? Are you interested in this?
Mary, and BB and CC whining. I'm sure the gospel. I'm sure everybody who's in the gospel music. I mean, they're both phenomenal talents. I'm just not a gospel person. I don't know. I know we fall down, then we get up.
That's not them. That's Donnie. Ain't that Donnie McClurkin?
Oh, that's Donnie.
That's Donnie.
I know.
Yolanda
Praise him. I know Kurt Franklin.
No, I think that was Mary.
That is Mary.
Yes.
And praise him. Praise him.
Yeah, we ain't the right ones for the gossip section, but at least I knew them too. Yolanda Adams, Big Joint.
I know they can sing. I know they can sing. I'm sure it's gonna do numbers. I'm sure it's gonna do a number. Billy J. Edwards, emotion without the benefit of intellect will put your ass in a sling. Let them know, Billy. Let them know.
Oh, you didn't do
the most expensive. You didn't do the hand.
When you do the gospel, no, I think she told. There you go.
Fred Hammond. I know Fred Hammond.
Yes. Name a song. No, I ain't gonna do that to you. I just did. Name it Fred Hammond. But the verses should be interesting if you're into the gospel. That should be a verses for you. I'm gonna predict one of the lowest numbers of all time. I'm gonna predict.
That's what you're wrong. But see, that's where you have no concept.
That's what I'm going on a limb.
You have no concept of business. All through down south is nothing but mega churches that hold 5,000 and 6,000 people that go there every Sunday. 3 shows on Sunday.
And how old are they? When people
in their 30s, they go straight from the club.
Oh.
You want to go and see some chicks? You want to go see some women? Go to a mega church in Texas. You'll see some bad. What? A club ain't got nothing.
Grew up listening to BB and CC. Oh, so Sam, you're gonna be watching the verses then? That's what you're saying. They're gonna have your support on April. What's that? Oh, Sunday. This coming Sunday.
It's gonna be a few 100,000 people watching it all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
You said how many? How many did you say your number was?
It's gonna be a few 100,000. It's
gonna
be more than most
more
of the
than
rappers.
a couple. So you saying 300,000 gonna be on IG alone? All right.
Yeah, easy.
Bet.
Easy.
You're wrong.
Church people take up more social media space than anything. The church gossip shows and stuff.
300K on IG for versus Mary. All right, cool. Yeah, you're wrong.
Christian Mingle alone is gonna suffocate that thing.
411.
Mm-hmm. Their last gospel thing, they did a gospel one, did crazy numbers. What are you talking about?
What was it?
Yeah, and we sat up here and talked about it.
Oh, Fred Hammond and Kirk Franklin, right?
No, it was Kurt Franklin. Was it Fred Hammond? Kurt Franklin and somebody. Was it Fred Hammond?
I think it was Fred Hammond.
They're gonna do huge numbers. The whole country does church. There's no bigger business than church, dog.
Mm-hmm.
For black people.
Watch so they can see what Mary wearing, so Juanita Bynum can talk about him.
When TD Jakes is on the comments, it's gonna go crazy.
He gonna be in the comments.
When Creflo Dollar's gonna be on the comments, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
What's that other one out of Atlanta that took over Eddie Long's church?
Not Jamal Bryant.
Jamal Bryant, yeah, his wife is a real housewife.
When you see Oprah put a comment on, it's gonna be crazy. There's a whole different. Tyler Perry gonna be on that bitch. Tyler Perry gonna be commenting.
The gossip columnists are gonna be on there.
They're gonna be all over that. All over it. It's gonna do huge numbers. They already know what they're doing.
People gonna be chatting in the comments trying to find their mate that God sent them.
No, in actuality, the smaller segment of the population was my favorite one when the Locks did Dipset. In actuality, these two groups have quadrupled the record sales of Dipset and the Locks. These are like 15, 20 years into selling records.
Mm-hmm.
They fans gonna be up in there on some old gangster like. Shoot, I might just. I'm curious just to see and tip on in there and see who's gonna be the host for that one. Oh, that's another thing. We don't even know who's hosting.
Probably Kirk Franklin.
Probably
the host, right?
Or maybe Bishop Jakes.
It's no.
Or maybe Bishop Jakes.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think.
Live from the Potter's house. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Get ready. We about to get this thing. Did I walk you, dog? This dog drives me crazy, yo. This dog, like
3 of them have scandal around of them. 1 of them don't.
Oh yeah, there's always a little scandal going. That helps. That helps. I guess one of the Marys is the crazy one, right? One of the Marys is the one that will pop off on you.
Yeah. The one whose husband cheated on her, and she talked about it on the little reality show. And then when you asked her about it, when I interviewed her at Essence Fest, her husband was with her and it was cheating on her at the time.
One. Yeah, the bigger.
He got mad. The one with the blonde hair, and then the other one, Erica has her.
She's the one that's
Erica has the radio show, so of course she's gonna push it on her syndicated show.
She's the one married to Warren Campbell, right? Yeah.
I don't know who they
Erica
married
Campbell,
to.
Warren Campbell. Yeah, the producer. Yes.
All if they put if Tyler Perry hosts that thing, it's gonna be a problem.
Tina, there you go, Tam. That's her name, Tina.
If Tyler Perry hosts,
she's the gangster one.
Yeah.
I have no idea who I think will win that. I'm going with BB and CC Whining because I think they got a larger catalog. But don't ask me to name one of their songs.
I'm lost without you. In Heaven, they songs. Heaven, Lost Without You.
Nobody knows.
They did the Maples, redid the Maples.
What up, Amir?
When is it? When's the actual day? That's Sunday. This Sunday.
This Sunday. Mike gonna be at his TV or on his phone. He said 300K on IG alone, and I got.
They'll get 300K.
We shall see. I say you're wrong. You overshooting it, but all right.
Well,
you might be undershooting it.
You've been wrong on everything when it comes to verses. Yeah, Eric is married. You've been wrong to everything on verses.
I've been on point.
Every prediction you was wrong.
Every prediction I was on point.
You was never on point.
From Ashanti to Keisha all the way back. I've been on point.
You have not been on point.
Outside of, I think I said Keisha was going to win that one and Ashanti won because of the vibes, the energy changed, personalities. But I think that might have been my only one.
We're wrong. You thought Dipset was going to win. Nah, they got destroyed.
No, I didn't.
You did too.
I wasn't a Pink fan. I wasn't into the pink and the flamboyant over the top.
You said over and over how many hits Dipset had. They had Old Boy. No. They had this. You said, oh my God, this guy sat right.
Oh my God. Wait a minute, y'all.
What?
Did y'all hear about the OnlyFans model that killed a black man?
Yeah.
She stabbed him to death. Dude is from Dallas, from Plano.
Yeah.
I saw that on the news.
So they were saying she got on OnlyFans right after it happened. I'm thinking she got on there and did something else. No, she got on there bloody. She looked like Carrie.
Well, they had her in handcuffs. TMZ had her because I guess somebody recorded her on their balcony with the cuffs on her. She was bloodied up. So she went after the arrest. Well, no, they took her in and they took her to a mental spot.
After she killed him. After she killed him, she got on OnlyFans and did a post.
Shut up, Tam. I didn't.
Thank you, Tam. Thank you.
So she went after right before the cops came. She got on there. Wow. Allegedly.
No, she did.
Allegedly, I'm looking at it. It ain't allegedly.
She did. And then she got off. She said it was mental illness.
Courtney Clancy.
Then at
otherwise known as Courtney Trailer.
Now, this is where the story gets really twisted. The next day, she's at the bar. They videotape her at the bar laughing with, I don't know who the dude is, her dad or whatever. So black people, I'm just telling you what happened. Black people, and I'm in, like, how the hell is she not in jail? Like, how can she not be in jail?
Mental illness.
But she's at the
claiming
bar.
self-defense. She's claiming self-defense.
But she stabbed the dude to death.
What she look like again?
But then they unveil the tweets that the guy put out about black women. And he was going in on black women, how they're a disgrace. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't think the man deserved to die. I don't think anybody deserves to die for their opinion. But it was just the irony of, like, he went in. Like, he was really disparaging about black women.
Well, he didn't like his mama.
I guess not.
Because his mama is black.
Let's say maybe his mom is white. His dad
No, his mama ain't white. She black, like me.
I have no
He's
idea.
black. So he was up there in Plano, and I know that people say, "Oh, you shouldn't say that about dead people." Well, he shouldn't have said that about black women.
But my thing is, like, you can say stuff about whoever you want to say. My point is that the girl should be in jail. You can't. Like, how do you?
She's a typical snow bunny. Okay.
Yeah, she did. They did a 72-hour hold on her in a psychiatric facility. She's saying that it's self-defense. She claiming crazy.
Action.
I mean, but you are crazy if you stab somebody and then get on OnlyFans. That is crazy. She set herself up good. She knows
the man supposedly was asleep when
but
she
black
stabbed
women
him.
are so evil. we so evil, and we come up with plots. But this one done stabbed. You got on. She laid her whole crazy thing out.
So allegedly he was asleep, and what, she had a premonition or something, or she knew he was cheating.
Well,
allegedly,
they said that she called the police on him earlier. I guess they got into it. She called the police on. Don't know why. They ain't explained what happened with that. And the next thing you know, she's stabbing him.
I'm gonna tell y'all what not to do. First of all, keep your hands to yourself, right? Before I make this statement, keep your hands to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you about to hit somebody, walk out the damn house and go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're not gonna do is get into a violent scuffle and then be cocky enough to go to sleep with a bitch in the house.
Well, she ain't gonna do nothing.
No, that's what I'm not gonna do.
That's what he was thinking.
That's what I'm not gonna do.
You need to keep your head on the swivel.
When she cries in the court, she gonna get really up. I'm leaving the house.
She already cried.
Anytime you on 100, I'm not laying in that bed. And if I lay in the bed with you, my eyes are open.
Oh, wow. Somebody done came up to her and said something. So this chick, where she was out at this bar with her dad, started rolling video and confronted her about it.
Wait, so she's out?
Yeah, she at the bar.
Yeah, she outside with her daddy laughing. And so let's see.
Well, Mike, look at the thigh. Mike like thighs sometimes. I think Mike always Mike, you might go take that chance.
Very smashable. Yeah, she would have got me. I just wouldn't have gotten into no debate. I wouldn't have been dog. You can get got. Hit that and go. Get on out of there. I see how she got him.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
But if he talked disparaging about, black folk, black women.
Oh, no, he went all the way in. He was a disgrace. And
he lost the shine.
Now, once again, because you put words out there does not mean you deserve to get stabbed to death. Being stabbed to death is one of the most brutal ways to die that you can possibly die because it's a slow death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm not saying, like, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't care whatever. Now, what he said was, listen, the universe has a weird way of doing shit. Like, that's weird. I'm not,
Here she is out. Yeah.
What the hell was this? What's that?
Where'd it go?
No, that's the that's the pervert doing the dead. Oh, is this the bar? So she's out. So we gonna see what's gonna happen with this.
You treat those like boxing. Stick and move.
Stick and move.
Man,
but I see. I see.
Civilized.
She got that. She put that body on him and made him turn on black women. Like she must have hit him with the boom bat.
The boom bat.
The boom
she
bat.
Ain't have to do that. That's just him. And she ain't hit him with no boom bat. She ain't do it. No.
You ain't watch Get Out
like that.
You ain't watch Get Out
like that.
But there is a lot of black guys that they only want to date snow bunnies. They don't, they think the black women are just too difficult, too mouthy. They just got too much to say all the time. And I've heard this from black men.
Because they sorry. They sorry. Now I'm saying it. The black men that say that are sorry. Because you know what? Black men lazy. They don't want to do shit. You got to do everything for them.
I
You
mean,
got
you
to
saying
think,
facts to that
you
part
got
or
to come
earlier
up with,
part?
you got to come up with all the answers. They fuck shit up. Then you got to catch the ball. You got to hold that ball and all the other balls that fall. So fuck black men. Any black men that say that.
Okay.
Let me say it like that.
They can't
like that, fuck
handle the
y'all.
black women because they're too
Take
difficult.
your ass on. We don't want you. We don't need you. Now,
Billy
now
J.
the black men that are not like that, that ain't for y'all. Now, if you say, well, then
I
hit
think-
dogs holler.
I think what's fair to say, like, if you're gonna say something, just say women get on your goddamn nerves. Stop.
But it's some truth to
No,
the
it
black
ain't, Jay.
women being
No,
a
it
little.
is not.
Okay.
No, it is not. No, it is not. And I get so sick of that shit. That is the stupidest shit that anybody can say. That only black women act like this. White women do the same thing. This motherfucker just killed a man.
Can you put Billy's thing back up?
When Shani get the Candy Burris crack in her voice, I just stand back.
A man who don't like thighs is uncivilized. Yeah, thighs are nice. Thighs are nice.
That is the stupidest thing for
I was just looking for a reality, but
black women are like that. White women like that. Asian women like that. Mexican women like that. Women, period. You just can't be fucking with women.
I don't know about the Asian women. I don't know about the Asian women. The Puerto Rican women, yeah.
The
white
Asian
women,
girl
yeah,
is
I don't know.
on TikTok slapping her husband, boyfriend, whatever, upside the head with shoes or whatever the hell she can pick up.
That
So
disrespectful
raise up
bitch.
off of black women. Black women saved y'all asses.
Jesus, Asian women even kicked into this shit. Jesus. We don't want you saying all that. We don't want you saying all that. Saying all what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Shorty? You talking about Jay Black?
I was a little behind.
They talking about black women mouthy. Nigga, we got to be mouthy. If we not mouthy, who gonna stand up for us? Who gonna stand up for us?
The link sent. Anyone want to jump on?
Anybody want to jump on here?
Yeah, Shawnee gets so passionate when it comes to that type of conversation. I was just saying there are a lot of black men that believes that black women that they have dealt with tend to be more mouthy, tend to be more demanding.
I mean, they are women.
Tend to be more intimidating.
There
tend to be more.
women.
I don't need like just and not as submissive as a woman. Some women may need to be in life.
I mean, there are women who are confrontational.
They should be.
I'm not gonna say black women. I think black women have been typecast because they shine a light on them, and what they did was they made black women attitude in fashion. They made it fashionable. So they made it reality shows re-emphasized a stereotype that women are only ones flipping out, and that's just not true.
Black women are the greatest creation to the earth, okay? Black women are the greatest creation to the universe. Everybody wants to be a black woman. When gay men decide they want to be gay or transgender, they try to be black women. They ain't trying to be a white woman. They trying to emulate us. They out here getting asses like us. Now they want their hair like us. We are the best thing, and I will argue with anybody. We are the best creation to this earth, world, universe, anything you ever come in contact with.
Well, I got somebody that we're about to bring in who totally disagrees with you. He said black women are part of the problem in this world. Good morning, Amir. Good morning.
Don't do that.
I can't even get it out.
Good morning, don't set me up like that.
That ain't even right.
Johnny ready to box. Don't do that.
They trying to get the heat off him.
I don't have the energy, so I'm gonna do the moderating, and everybody's gonna have a certain time to speak their case.
We doing the 30-second thing?
We're not gonna do 30 seconds, but everybody gets a minute.
Okay.
So, look, this is all I'm gonna say. I've dealt with black women who had too much mouth. I dealt with white women who had too much mouth, in my humble opinion. Puerto Rican women had too much goddamn mouth and always want to fight.
I made myself laugh at that.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, goodness. Like, I got somebody that disagrees, and they're about to come break it down and tell you why you're wrong, Shiny. Good morning, Amir. Welcome to the show.
and Amir punked out immediately. Like Amir punked out immediately. Now, if it would have been me, Amir wouldn't have said that. Amir wouldn't have prefaced anything. He would have went right for my neck. It would have been Jay Black. He would have went right for Jay Black's neck. But for some reason, a black woman Because they intimidating. Admit it, Amir. They're intimidating. Go ahead, Amir. You got a minute and a half. Go.
Look, there is a strong, point that Shawnee is making, for all women. I'm not mad at her. And we do get intimidated. Look, the one thing that you truly don't want to do for the most part is, piss off a woman, especially a black woman, for a number of reasons, not anything other than when they get in their spirit something, they like us, they locked in. Shawnee is locked in. The minute you said it, that's why I was home. I was like, oh, tag me in. Because y'all about to, go off the rails and have Shawnee in there stabbing and shooting people. Block out, block. She keep a gun. Shawnee a thug. I told y'all you gotta. Hey, Mike, that's the full Perry hands on this. We gotta full Perry hands. But no, you're absolutely right. I think that it's interesting. The fans only thing is just wild for the night. Like I can't even begin to understand, how something like that is escalated into this, space that it's escalated to. And, to Shawnee's point, and I say this all the time, I'm always disturbed by anybody. It doesn't make a difference what nationality you are when you speak against your own race. And I always tell people I always have an issue with that because in all fairness, especially when, like I said, when you speak against your own race, your mother is probably the race you're speaking against. You came through that vessel. So how are you not going to like that vessel? You wouldn't be here without your mama. So like, what are we doing? What are you doing? I don't mess with black women. If your mother's black, I'm confused. And that has always, been something that I found interesting and challenging because I've had, friends and coworkers, throughout the course of my life say things like that to me. Now, obviously, if your parent or, your mother's of the different ethnicity, then that's a different, different story. And it's still weird to me, but, again, I never understand that.
I will say this. My sister made a vow she ain't fucking with Puerto Rican dudes.
Wait, she's Puerto Rican.
Why?
My sister was like,
"What you talking about, Shawnee?"
No,
my sister. Pause. What, Jay?
No, I'm saying she's Puerto Rican and saying she's not messing with Puerto Rican men. So you should have that same energy, right, Shawnee?
I do, because if that's what you came from.
But this is personal experience. When you grow up with a Puerto Rican father who is overly possessive and overly controlling, your experience. That's why I try. And me and her had this comment. Obviously, she's grown from that. Did she get with a Puerto Rican dude? She didn't. But some people have personal experiences with a certain race, and what they do is they put a blanket on the entire race of people. Like for every black woman who people say is difficult and loud, or Puerto Rican woman difficult and loud, I can name you 5 that are just cool people and don't raise their voice and ain't into going back and forth with you, and will have a rational conversation with you.
But we got to go by our own personal experiences. If our own personal experiences have been a history of not being successful with that particular race, it's like, well, you got to try something different, right? Definition of insanity, right? Expecting a different result. And it's not happening. So you got to try something different.
But my thing is, once you generalize somebody off of your experience over 1 or 2 people, you're kind of losing out, because you're just kind of losing out. Because if but Shawnee, you got a minute and a half. Shawnee, you have a minute and a half to respond to Amir Sealy, who really edited his version. Like, he was very nice. Like, Amir didn't even give his opinion. When Amir recited a poem. He just recited a poem for black women. And on IG, you ain't get to see it. You ain't get to see it on
text
IG.
me, Shiny, crazy, let me in. Like, he texted that. That's why I was like, oh, he about to go in.
Jay Black just exposed your text and shows you how ain't shit he is. Go ahead, Shawnee.
Jay Black full
Go ahead, Shawnee.
And yes, people have bad experience. My father is black. I didn't have a good experience with my dad, but I have not ever given up on black men. I have only dated black men, been married to black men, and currently dating a black man. And that's my preference, because I ain't got nothing against nobody else. I just ain't got nothing for you, because it's a certain way I live my life. There's certain things that we do in our culture, and I ain't got time to be around your family. And I'm not going to ever be a black nothing when somebody gets mad. I didn't want kids that were mixed and have to deal with, if they have grandparents of a different race, not necessarily just white, but they, over are feeling like they got to choose, or they hearing these people say, oh, they niggas over there on that. I didn't want my kids. That's the decision that I made. And I always wanted a black family with a black man with some black kids so they could grow up and be productive in society. That's just me. But when it comes down to black women crazy, or you the angry black woman, that's what I've had to hear a lot in my career, and being a leader and having the positions that I've had. I have to make decisions. Even with Media Room 360, I got shows that's, some of the men, they don't understand. And I had to take a minute this weekend and be like, no, this is my shit. Go, you can get your own shit then. I did this. You don't like what I'm doing. You don't like this woman in charge. Then take your hand, pick your 2 balls up, and go figure it out.
Is it my turn?
Okay.
No, it ain't your turn. I'm taking your minute and 32.
Because
wait. Just real quick, I just want to admit this. Like, I'm saying you shouldn't judge people, but I do judge chicks too. I don't fuck with left-handed bitches at all. Like,
what?
If you left-handed, I don't fuck with you. I just don't like you. I curve left-handed bitches. All right. Jay Black, go ahead. Let's go.
So what I've heard over the years for those individuals that do not date black women is merely what Shiny
damn,
just
Jay,
said.
can you just get on IG Live so they can at least hear your ass? God damn, you are.
That's what I'm talking about. It be black men like Jay. Don't never want to follow the rules.
Don't follow
Always want to bend. Want to try to get over.
Amir ain't
black
on
men
there.
like Jay.
Because Amir on his phone.
Way out.
All right, let me just recap. Everybody on IG Live. We're talking about the guy who got stabbed to death by the white lady. That's horrible. That's horrible. But then we went, that's absolutely despicable. It's one of the most horrible ways to die ever. I was just joking about the left-handed. I hope y'all understand I was joking about not fucking with left-handed bitches. But before that, his Twitter got unveiled with a lot of disparaging comments, tweets about black women. Like, they were really embarrassed. He wished they wouldn't do this. And he just went all the way in. Like, almost like the white girl had control of his Twitter. But so now we're going on the stereotype of black women being difficult, black women being loud, and all that other stuff. And I just say I have a problem in general with women. It ain't a race of women. I'm just gonna say women. Once you start breaking it down to races, it's ridiculous. So Jay Black, you gonna get on IG Live? You just
I hit the request.
Can I answer Action's question while we're waiting
what's
on
the Action's question? What was
Action's question? Was, so Shawnee, if a billionaire came and eaved you up, would you turn him down? Yes. I haven't had a white billionaire come after me, but I've had a couple white millionaires come after me. And no, that's just not what I want. It ain't about the money. It's not about the money. It's about my legacy.
The next white billionaire, you taking out. I mean, no, you're not. 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 My bad. No, you're not.
Because to me, that's like him buying me, and I can't undo my mind from that. I can't. Now, a broke white boy, he got a better chance. If he work at McDonald's and he white and he got a better chance than the white boy with some money.
If there are any white women billionaires out there, holla at me. I don't even care if you're left-handed. I don't even give a damn.
I'm for sale.
I'm for sale, and Stacey will understand. She'll understand. I'm like, baby, I'm doing this for the family. I'm doing this everybody gonna eat off this. All I gotta do is knock the chick off a few hundred times. That's it. We all getting paid. We all getting paid. All right, Joe. So Jay Black, your experience with black women, just real quick, Jay Black's mom is a beautiful black woman, and the woman that he's with is a beautiful black woman that he's married to. But continue on.
I'm not speaking for me personally. I'm speaking for those individuals that I know that I've been close with over the years that have stated why they don't. They're black individuals that refuse. And when Shiny was speaking, it really highlighted what their concerns are. It's that not angry black women, but that black women that says, I don't need a man for nothing. Pick up, I built this, you do this, that all is just too negative, and figuring out how to work through something is more demanding. I don't want you for nothing. I don't need you for nothing. And blah, 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 blah. That's too much mouth. It's too much. Figure out a solution and come to a resolution. And that's the way to go. But that energy that Shiny just brought was a clear example of why they don't want to date some black women. Clear.
Okay. Amir, you got another poem to recite? Go ahead.
Well, what's so funny? Just to add to the energy of this particular conversation, I think in the New York Post last week, I saw somewhere or heard somewhere that there was a article supposedly written by a black man who was addressing this exact same energy, and he was saying that maybe more women of color should start dating outside of the race, just based off of maybe not finding compatibility within the race and aging, what he called aging out in a sense, saying that after you get past possibly 40 and so forth and so on, there's a stronger possibility of you ending up not dying, just ending up alone and not married and so forth and so on. So, this is one of those things, and seemingly in our community, that has more than enough legs and has more than enough layers that's never going to go away, because I think we're approaching the information wrong. I think the information needs to be approached more on a personal, individual basis than a group setting. Like you said, we got these blanketed things that everybody's doing, as opposed to individually what people should be doing and how they should go on about setting up their life. We tend to believe, again, I know you're married, Mike, Jay Black, I know you're married. And I think that what tends to happen is we feel as though we need to do exactly what we see our friends doing, or what we have heard the world is supposedly doing, which is you get in this wonderful relationship, you get married and so forth and so on. And, I'm a big proponent of everybody's not supposed to be married. Everybody's not even supposed to be, in certain situations. Everybody's situation is supposed to be their situation. But as friends, as family, we get involved. You know what? Why aren't y'all taking it to the next level? How do you know wherever level they're at is not already the next level? And why do you care?
I have a question. When we see when we see somebody fighting against racism and is out there in the streets, and what I'm saying is a man, right? And this individual is going hard body. White people this, the system this, the racist, systemic racism, and going hard, rapping. And then you find out he got a white woman as a wife. Happens all the time. Like, I was just watching this thing with Kareem. Kareem literally changed religions, became a Muslim, was part of the civil rights movement, didn't go to the Olympics. A lot of people don't know Kareem did not go to the Olympics. He said, I will not win a gold medal for this country.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I had a white woman at the crib. I'll start with Jay. Does that make you feel a little different about the person when you find out that after and he's doing the work? Does it take anything away if a white woman is at home with him?
Nah, not for me, honestly. I usually go against the grain, but I think as long as your actions are there, I'm good with it. As long as you're putting forth that effort and action is to be seen, you're part of the movement. What you got going on in your own four walls is your own four walls. But as long as on the surface you're doing the right thing, I'm okay with you having a different, wife with a different complexion.
All right, Shawnee, he's out there. He's fighting the cops. He's getting
Right.
arrested.
Yeah,
he's there, but when he goes home, lays his head on that pillow.
Not Shawnee.
You got a white woman sitting next to him. Does that change anything you think about him?
It does.
See?
It does, but I don't know what what happened between them to where they became one. Where I get confused is like, if you're fighting for this and you want to see black people excel, why wouldn't you want to produce black children? That's what I don't understand.
Black children if they have a kid.
Is it your time to talk?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Reclaim my time. Reclaiming my time. They are not black. They mixed. Their mama is white. There is a difference. I mean, Malcolm.
You're not discolorized. That
reclaim my time. Reclaim my time. Reclaim my time. Rest your mic.
Oh.
Damn. But no, that's my feeling. Now, how they met and what happened, I don't know, because I don't have a problem with people dating outside there. I don't know. They might just now I don't have a problem with people dating outside their race because I don't know what happened when they met. I don't know. They might actually just like people. But when I hear people say stuff like, well, I'm trying something new. Well, okay, well, is it an ornament? Or is he an ornament or is she an ornament? Why can't it be I met this person, I fell in love with them, and we're together? That's you. But for me personally, it's just me personally. I don't want to do it. Ain't nothing against nobody. It's just what I want for my family and what I want my family to look. So when I see a man or a woman, a black man or a black woman that's out there, Black Lives Matter, they civil rights activists, but you got somebody outside the race. I
want to know. I will have to push back on Shawnee on this because you've said this many times, and and not to be disrespectful.
Reclaim your time, Mike. You better make sure you got your time.
No. She already did her time.
I rested my mic. I rested my mic.
To say a person is not, to continuously say a person is not black, they're mixed.
Because the dad is black.
Is weird because that is to say that they had something to do with slave masters impregnating slaves. So your father is white, and now you're saying they're not black, they're mixed. And to me, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would take offense who may have a white parent, but on every document say they're black or African American. To say they're not black gets that's in a little place where, because if we start naming all the people that are mixed, we're gonna start naming some people that you're gonna be like, oh shit, that person is not black and that person is not black, and we're gonna be, so that part I think gets a little.
So I shouldn't say that. That we're saying. We're saying that I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have that opinion.
Yeah, I don't know where you decide where somebody else is black or not.
Okay,
I don't
my
know.
Opinion. I decided if both parents are not black, that's my opinion. That's how I look at that. And just like when they get on. Like Tiger Woods, I know why he don't have black woman? His mama not black. His mama is something. That's what he was raised by.
But if you find out Tyrese's mom was white, you would say he's not black. If he came out the same skin color.
Well, his daddy has some strong genes. That's all I can say.
Come on, she dancing now. You dancing?
I'm not dancing. I'm sitting still.
Cultural influence plays a role in what Shawnee is saying.
I get that part. No, that part of it. I was at somebody's Thanksgiving dinner before. It was a mixed family, and they had pork and beans. I never forget that. Like, why are we having pork and beans for Thanksgiving? I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, I guess you are some of the cultures you are influenced as a kid that you may pick up, and that's not traditionally. In some aspects, but not
just
the food.
Broke. That's why they had pork and beans.
But no, that's what some cultures they do certain foods and meals.
I don't think people do pork and beans on purpose for Thanksgiving. I don't think they actually say.
Maybe they just like pork and beans. Could it be that they just like pork and beans? It's like,
get out of here.
If that's what they like, that's what they like. But it's amazing to me that y'all jump on me for giving my opinion about this, but y'all don't jump on nobody for calling black women angry. That's somebody's opinion. That is somebody's opinion, and nobody is getting slapped on the head for that. But if I say, no, you ain't black,
there's a lot of proven facts of black women being angry. There was a lot.
Man, Jay Black, please. They need to change your name. Your name should be Jay White. No, you don't even deserve black at the end of your name.
Amir step in here. It's shiny.
Don't be writing no checks your ass can't cash. Now you jumped in the water.
I'm jumping in because I think you sound crazy to a certain degree. I get
the black woman sound crazy. Do we have a white woman that could get on here
and say what?
To say black women are angry, and if you want to say black women are angry, first of all, I don't believe that black women have cornered the market on being angry.
Yeah, because see this one right here. This one, when she got angry, somebody lost their life.
Yeah, somebody died. Somebody died. It's
a whole bunch of angry white women on snaps because they wasn't highlighting us.
Yeah,
that started with them, but we're the problem. It's a whole bunch of white women. Baby, white women taught us how to play the game. They taught us how to finesse y'all. We was taking y'all broke, dusted, busted, bringing you in, building you up, getting all your stuff together. just so
Amir.
you could be a leader. The white girl, oh, she gonna take you in broke, busted, dusted. She gonna build you up and she gonna make your ass work, and you're gonna be a millionaire. Then she gonna divorce you after she had 3 kids and take all your nigga money.
All right, Amir, Shakespeare.
I'm sitting here. This just got good. I was ready to pop some popcorn. I was like, this is to the initial question that you asked. I've always just looked at that situation and gave it the side eye, because to me, I just find it interesting that your spirit and your heart is saying fight specifically for your race and for your people, but then your love interest says something different. And I always just thought to myself that I'm not sure if maybe being in the mix the way that some of the people who who you speak of, your Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Maya Angelou, to just think of a few off the top of the head, if that's what the end result is, or maybe in that struggle, this person comes along and their understanding of the struggle and maybe giving some of what they believe to be the other side of the struggle is paramount to helping that person forge on with the fight. So it's always one of those things that, because even to take the latest situation that just happened last week, which was Kamala Harris saying the count and then announcing Ketanji Jackson Brown, I thought that was like the funniest thing in the world to me, because both of these are African American sisters who I'm super proud of. But as I stated to you guys, Kamala and Ketanji's names in particular back in our day wouldn't have been names that would have gone to the top of the list when you start looking to get into corporate America. They would have looked at that name on the application and slid that to the bottom or just dropped it off in the garbage. But because in both those cases with those 2 women in particular, we know
Amir,
that
are black women angry?
Oh, that's what we're on. Oh, okay.
Well, Amir was following the script. Me and Jay went somewhere else. Amir was following.
I want to get your opinion on black. Are they angry?
Yes or no?
No, I don't think that they're angry. I think that they're tired. I think that they're misunderstood, and I think that they carry a burden and an energy about what has happened to them to this point and continues to happen to this point in the country, that sometimes we just shirk off as them being angry. And I don't think that that's a fair assessment. I don't.
All right, I would just say this. I think Mike, that's Mike Sparks. I grew up with him. He said, I'm biracial. My dad is black and my mom is white, and Michael Sparks is black. But I mean, that's how we looked at him. We went to Kennedy High School together and everything like that. That's what we looked at him. I do think in relationships, I will say we need to improve on men and women. We need to improve how we deal with each other. That's what I'll say.
Yes.
I think we need an improvement on, instead of pointing the finger at each other, understand what we're doing wrong and address address your shit before you start pointing the finger at the other person. Address your, we do have a volatile, now I feel like I'm generalizing. I feel like blacks and Hispanics do have a volatile way of expressing themselves to each other in relationships. I know I cross that line all the time. It didn't take, it's been within the last couple of years that I've been able to have rational conversations with my significant other without taking it somewhere. But that's just because I grew up in a household where
why did you take it somewhere? Does it start out that way? Does she start out on 10 with you?
No.
So what happens that it goes there?
I don't know how. This is me. Once again, this ain't got what she does. I don't know how to deal with, if 1 + 1 = 2, why can't you see the fucking 2? And it takes me somewhere where I go if we do this and we do this, this is what happens. And then the person goes, yeah, but I don't agree. And I'm like, but you do see that this plus this equals this, right? You do see that.
But you're not saying my point. I disagree.
But no. It won't be a point. She'll be like, yes, I get it. You're right. I just don't agree with the fact that. But how can you not agree if the shit is?
Because you're missing something. And maybe their voice ain't being heard. But go ahead.
No, I've seen it's happen like years later. She'll be like, "Yeah, you're right," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I don't know how to just leave it alone. Like I've had people literally do an intervention and be like, "Yo, you're wrong. He's right," and then she'll go, "Oh," and that's when I want to punch holes in walls because I go like, "Why is it when you hear from me?" But once again, my problem is I don't let somebody just have their opinion and keep going. Like you just gotta, even if it's wrong, you're not gonna change somebody's mind because at a certain point that person has already turned you off and said, "I'm gonna keep." But I go to 1,000,000, and I take it somewhere further. That the way I handle the argument now defeats anything. Any point I was gonna make is defeated because I done turned this all the way up into some like craziness. But that's what I saw my dad do. That's not an excuse because I'm 51 years old. But I grew up in a house where everybody took it there. Like that's where it went. So I do think we got to learn how to start. Well, I do, and just recently, I'm like, okay, then I can do it my way, and you do it.
I think you're right, Mike. I've gone on record saying, especially in our community, it's traumas and triggers, and I know that people kind of either think to themselves like, "What do you mean traumas and triggers?" To your point, a lot of our behaviors are modeled after things that we've seen either in our youth or as we've seen growing up. And the trigger part or the trauma is the fact that, like you said, you saw that kind of behavior. So in your mind, even though you might have buried it or it's in your subconscious somewhere, it gets triggered when you are put in certain spaces and certain, things have to be explained. My thing is, and I have this conversation quite often with most of my friends, I think one of the real other issues that we have is not understanding that sometimes when we partner up with someone else, they're already a whole person with ideologies. They're also a whole person with, a whole outlook on life. That is theirs. It doesn't mean that you're going to change it. It doesn't mean that you're going to make it better. It doesn't mean that you'll be able to augment it. But what we have to learn to do is understand and accept that person already for who they are and how they process things. And then go, you know what? That's who you are. I don't know how and why I get upset about something that you've shown me a constant or consistent pattern all the time, and I act like it's going to be a different, this time around. They've showed you consistently that's who they are. So trust it, get past it. Like you said, move on to, whatever your next statement or, whatever the next thing that you're trying to convey to each other is, and keep it going. And I think for a lot of us, that's part of the issue, coupled with we have seemingly been taught that there's a winner and a loser when we converse or when we share ideologies.
Yeah.
We are. It is. That's true.
And it's not. But it really isn't.
It has to be a compromise.
Yeah.
It literally has to be a compromise. And any guy who believes, and guys get pissed off because guys want women to say yes. And guess what? If that woman had said yes to everything that you said, you wouldn't even like her.
So we're not gonna do it when it don't make sense.
And when it don't make sense, they not gonna ride with you. And even if they do, like say they do, they go like, this don't make no fucking sense, and this ain't gonna turn out right. I'm gonna ride out with you because you're gonna do it anyway, and I can't stop this. But this ain't gonna turn out right, and I'm gonna remind you that I told you it's not gonna turn out right, Michael. And there has to be a compromise. So that's why.
I'm laughing for the Michael because you're absolutely right. That is always the clear-cut indication when she doesn't agree with you or when she's upset. She says your whole full name. It's not your pet name at all. It's your full name. Amir. You're like,
yeah. Lacey said I was gonna wind up in jail way before it happened. She said you're gonna wind up in jail. But when I called, don't think you're gonna hear a surprise voice and she's gonna be all upset for you. She's like, okay.
Mm-hmm. You're not surprised.
That's what she said. I was like,
I'll be like, you ain't got nothing else to say. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, I heard you.
I heard you in jail,
So what you want me to do? What is it that you want me to do?
Yeah. You got the keys to you run everything, so transfer them funds because ain't nothing. Transfer those funds. Go ahead, make it happen. But I think any stereotype is a bad thing. But,
Yes.
All right, we about wrapped it up. I think Shawnee and Jay Black did good. Nobody cut off their squares. Nobody blackened anything.
It's okay to be wrong.
No, I'm glad you admit that.
No, I'm talking about you because you angry at times. You're so pro-black. Sometimes you're angry and you gotta relax.
You be so pro-black. What is
I'm
so
saying that
pro-black?
you're not black.
I am a
if you
black
got a mixed
woman.
parent, you're not black. That's crazy to me. But okay.
Well, you crazy to me.
But if you don't like her stereotype of biracial people, which I don't agree with either, she made a good point. But you don't have a problem with the profiling of black women all being angry. Like you can't go for one.
You can say the black women that you dealt with. If you dealt with the majority of your black women are angry, that's your perception of them because that's everyone that you dealt with was angry. They was
well, then it must be you. Then you are the common denominator. If every black woman you dealt with was angry, then you're the problem. You doing something because every woman ain't angry. What's that boy? The boy that just got caught with the girl that looked like she was being held hostage. His wife ain't no angry black woman. Derek, the Instagram influencer.
Instagram. Okay, I was gonna say yeah.
Stacey's so not angry, it makes me sick. Jesus.
Yeah, so you cannot say that.
Go chill. Yeah, she be chill. Yeah, when you got a chill one, a cool one, that's good. All that angry, like just be submissive when you need to be submissive. Be supportive when you need to be supportive. Speak that clarity when you need to do that. But all that all the time on 10 and angry.
And it works the same way. It works the same way. When it's time for you to listen.
Being so husky. But go ahead, I'm done.
It's time to go. It's time to end the show.
On 10 for what?
It's time to end.
Relax.
The show. No,
it's a good topic. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. Cam Newton actually said the same thing. Hey, you Afro Queen, 2 morning queens. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you, Amir.
We appreciate you, Amir. Jumping on.
Appreciate you guys for letting me on.
I was glad I ain't had to get into this shit. That's what I'm glad. I'm tired. You see these bags under my eyes, and I slept good last night. Like I slept heavy. Like I was I was dreaming, and the whole nine. My kids was like, "Dad, sleeping good." All right, it's been good. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow. We have to have this conversation. I'm gonna see if there's a twist we can have to it. Claudia, whoa, what did I miss? Why does Shawnee have to submit? Laugh out loud. Have a great day. Why the fuck would you just bring that up?
She's angry. Shawnee's angry.
Jay don't know nothing about being in no relationship with
black,
me.
You ain't black.
Jay don't know nothing about being in no relationship with me. He don't know what I do.
Shawnee said, if your both parents ain't black, you ain't black.
Jay just an angry black man. He's just an angry black
woman,
bitter man.
I built this. This is mine.
That be messing up stuff all the time. Talking about how you gonna tell somebody to be a woman? Be a man.
We're out.
So you the woman? That's what you saying? You wear the skirt. You wear the skirt and not wear the pants here. That's what you saying? You telling me to be a woman?
Here you think it's always a mandatory
be a man.
Role.
Be a man.
All right.
Hey, Iris.
We're gonna get a therapist on here. We're gonna get somebody who can work this out. Have a good money making Monday, Janet. Yeah, thank y'all so much. Go forward in positive vibes. Yes, positive vibes.
I'm stress free.
I'm gonna have me a cup of coffee. Take me a little Nizap.
Just keep hustling like Shawnee Scott.
Just keep hustling.
Like Shawnee. Don't be angry like Shawnee Scott, but hustle like Shawnee Scott. Yes, I like the hustle.
Love me for I am, not who you
Hustling
want me to
makes me angry because I shouldn't have to hustle.
I can never be that.
Because you're a black woman.
You hand it to the white queens, hand it to the black queens.
Understand one thing is guaranteed in life: it will end.
Y'all give them the world.
Oh God!
So enjoy every minute, every second.
She believes this.
It is true.
You fight for everything in life.
1 + 1 = 2. He said.
Who's right on the show?
And 2 + 2 = 4.
You fight for parking spots. Fight for your happiness. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Michael Sean in the takeover.
Maybe.
Thank you, Amir.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap.